One of those days. Oh man, this is what has happened with this raid of Mar-A-Lago. Obviously, is going to be the talk of the show from now until the end. You are all welcome to call in. I want you to call in. I want you to share your thoughts, what you experienced. Could you sleep last night? It is hard to believe this has even happened, right? I mean, I'm like in shock over this still. And I know a lot of you guys are as well. It's hard to believe it even has happened. It really is. We're going to be on the air in just a second. Here we go.
With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer Wet Jet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
This is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with Brian.
Oh, man. I am in shock. I am numb. It is hard for me to even believe what has happened. And I got to tell you something. I'm talking about the raid on the home of President Trump, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, yesterday. I am in shock right now over what happened, even though it's like, we found out about this late in the day yesterday. People all the time when we talk about different issues say, are you surprised? And usually I'm not. And I always say, if we only talked about the things that surprised us that come out of the establishment uniparty, the Democrat-Republican establishment, we wouldn't talk about a lot. Because nothing these people do has surprised me until now. I am shocked. In fact, I've got like goosebumps just thinking about. I will be going to Mar-A-Lago today, by the way. I will be going to Mar-A-Lago today in support of our great President Donald Trump. So, and if you follow me on YouTube, I will be making a YouTube video at Mar-A-Lago today. So, Brian Craig on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. I mean, I'm almost in tears thinking about what has happened. I was flipping around watching what these lowlives in the liberal media are doing. Rachel Maddow was partying. There's this one guy, I don't know his name, on CNN. I call him Blue Steel. He's a white guy. He does the lips like Zoolander, Blue Steel. They just think this is wonderful. They think it's beautiful. We're going to keep him off the ballot and save everybody. Sandy Berger, who we called Sandy Burglar, he was the National Security Advisor for President Clinton. During the 9/11 hearings, evidence was coming out in the 9/11 hearings in Congress that Bill Clinton and the Clinton administration had multiple opportunities to take out Osama bin Laden and didn't, and it resulted in 9/11. Sandy Berger, who had top security clearance, went to the National Archives, took documents from the official records, put them in his socks, and for some reason I want to say his underwear too, but certainly his socks, and stole them and walked out with them. He was not criminally charged, I don't believe. I know everyone's saying Banana Republic. And I'm here to tell you, we did not become a Banana Republic yesterday when this happened. We've been a Banana Republic our entire lives. We just didn't know it. We've been living in the Matrix. What these Rachel Maddows don't understand, because, liberals, Democrats, they're all about immediate gratification. They don't understand that everything in American law is really based on legal precedent. And a raid on the home of a president of the United States, which has never happened before, is very likely to become the new normal. I'm here to tell you, President Trump If I were advising President Trump today, I would advise him to come back home to Mar-A-Lago. I think he's in New Jersey right now. I'm really upset, guys. It's going to be a rough show. I want to hear, by the way, all of you, I want to hear your thoughts, your emotions on this. Were you able to sleep last night? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? If I were advising the great President Trump, what I would advise him to do is this, and I'm not the first to say this. Steve Bannon has put this out there too, the great Steve Bannon. Come home to Mar-A-Lago today, have a press conference, call a press conference, and begin the press conference by announcing you are running for re-election in 2024. You are running for your second term in 2024. Make the announcement today at Mar-A-Lago. That's what my recommendation for President Trump. I'd like to hear what you guys think about that. This raid had nothing to do with these documents that they're talking about. All right? This was a fishing expedition. They were, these Trump haters, they live in a bubble where everyone hates Trump. They think they believe their own rhetoric because these never Trumpers, it's like a monster that feeds on itself. And they believe their own rhetoric about Donald Trump. They didn't break into Mar-A-Lago, which is a fortress, by the way, under the protection of the United States Secret Service, who were there during this raid yesterday. The president wasn't, but the Secret Service are always there. Some of the armed federal agents you saw with the machine guns out front were Secret Service. They were not they did not break into Mar-A-Lago for these records in question. They broke into Mar-A-Lago looking for something. And this never Trump derangement syndrome monster that they're all a part of, they think Donald Trump's a criminal, even though they've had all these phony investigations that he's been cleared every time in. They think he is a crime family syndicate mafia boss, and that they would go in there and they would just find something. He's involved in so much criminality, there's just going to be They broke into a safe. They broke into the safe of a president of the United States. What is going on here? Eric Trump says the safe was empty. Doesn't matter. How'd they break into the safe? I heard something about crowbars. Do you really think President Trump has a safe that a guy with a crowbar can get into? Breaking into a safe is not a quick or easy task. It is very physical. It is very involved. And it's also targeted because you need to, if you're going into and you break into a safe, you don't just say, oh, let's break into this safe. You have to bring the equipment with you to do it. So that was part of the plan. We have been in a banana republic our entire life. It didn't begin yesterday. I saw Dick Morris on Newsmax last night. And Dick Morris, of course, is a senior advisor to President Trump. He is today and has been for several years in secret. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago. And he was talking about this is what they do in the third world banana republics. The current administration goes after the past presidents. What happened at Mar-A-Lago yesterday, so far as I know, is the first time something like that has happened in the first world. Not the third. The banana republics are all third world pits. In the modern world, the first world nations, I believe that's the first time this has happened. There is only one opening on the board, and we're coming up on our first break in just a couple of minutes. It's not enough time to start a conversation. So if you're on hold, stand by. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631. I have in my hand the statement from President Trump. I printed it up. They don't print things up very often. But this one I printed, and I might carry it with me to Mar-A-Lago. I'm going to Mar-A-Lago today. and just to be close to the president and what happened. But I have his statement here in my hand, and he starts it off by saying, "These are dark times for our nation as my beautiful home, Mar-A-Lago, is currently under siege, raided, and occupied by a large group of FBI agents." That's right. I mean, think about that. Who are these guys just following orders breaking into the home of a president of the United States? Could you imagine following such an order? Being given such an order? Who gave the order? Don't believe what CNN is reporting, that the White House didn't know, that they found out when the rest of us found out. Are you kidding me? Someone signs off on a large government raid of the home of a president of the United States. They run that by the top. Now, who the top is, we don't know, because we got this senile old coot who couldn't even put his damn jacket on yesterday. Callers on hold, stand by. I will go right to the phones after the break. There is one opening on our board at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. It's a toll-free call. 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. You are listening to the most pro-Donald Trump radio show on the planet Earth. I promise you that. This is the radio station of Mar-A-Lago. Our radio station's coverage area includes Mar-A-Lago. So if you're out in front of Mar-A-Lago, turn your radio up to me. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Back after this.
Don't sit on the sidelines.
Steve Kane Show. Hold on. You'll be up after the break. Hold on. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. You'll be up after the break. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Oh, man, you are all welcome to call in. If you're new here, subscribe. This is just a commercial break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Everyone, please like the video. Subscribe if you are new here. I hope everyone has their MAGA hats on. This is crazy. It's still hard to believe it's actually happened, right? It really, truly is. Sometimes things happen and they're so outrageous, so shocking, it's surreal, and that's how I feel about this. It really, truly is. Was DeSantis informed prior? No. No. I'll tell you what happened when we get back. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right.
Everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad. Your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2
30
pencils
seconds.
Just 50 cents each. Plus 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples. We're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store. Only limit 30.
This is Steve Kane. I want to tell you about my favorite restaurant in all of South Florida, Wings Plus in Coral Springs. Wings just the way you like them. Plump, tender, and delicious, crispy on the outside, succulent on the inside. Everything homemade, nothing comes out of a can. dozens of specialty sauces that will make your mouth water. Wings Plus, located in Coral Springs, a mile west of University on the south side of Sample Road.
On the air since 1977, it's the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
Indeed it is. I'm Brian on this really sad day. I know I saw some people in our YouTube live chat room that said they couldn't sleep last night. They were up all night. Hey, I get it. But you know what? I slept. I slept well. I reached REM sleep, got well rested sleep. Why? Because I had my head on my Mypillow. You know, the great Mike Lindell, who's under tremendous persecution himself for standing up for President Trump, standing up for MAGA, standing up for us. Right now at mypillow.com with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane, the MyPillow that started it all, invented by Mike Lindell with that patented fill, buy one, get one free. That's right. But you got to use our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. Any special you see at mypillow.com, take advantage of it with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. And of course, not only was I sleeping on my Mypillow last night, which is buy one get one free with our promo code Kane, I was sleeping on top of my 3-inch Mypillow mattress topper, which will change your life. If you're not getting the night's sleep you think you should get, that you need to get through the day refreshed like I am, get your 3-inch Mypillow mattress topper. It will turn your entire mattress into a beautiful place of serenity. An entire Mypillow is what you're turning your mattress in. And with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane, the Mypillow 3-inch mattress topper is 50% off. This is the lowest price ever, 50% off on the 3-inch Mypillow mattress topper, the thickest mattress topper that Mike Lindell makes. It comes in all mattress sizes too, from twin all the way up to split king, California king, and every size in between. Makes a great gift for the kids at home. School's getting ready to start. Kids going back to college. Great for the dorm bed as well. 50% off the 3-inch Mypillow mattress topper. But you've got to use our promo code at checkout, Kane, Kane. Or you can order by phone. Toll free, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code Kane, Kane. All right, we're going to go to our phones. Of course, we're talking about the raid on the home of President Trump, Mar-A-Lago, yesterday. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. Boz in New Jersey.
Hey, Bob.
Boz, B-O-Z.
Oh, Boz, excuse me. I'm sorry. Boz, you're on the air. What's on your mind?
This is insane. It is insane. It is sickening. There are not enough words to describe this situation. I, myself, am disheartened. I'm angry. I can't let it get me down, though. And President Trump must announce to run immediately to restore order.
Well, I think, I agree with Steve Bannon. I believe he should fly home to Mar-A-Lago, call it a press conference at Mar-A-Lago, announce that he's running at Mar-A-Lago today, and take questions from the press.
How much longer are we going to let this go on?
Well, we're not letting it. It's happening. And and in 2024, that's when Trump will be winning. This is I believe they probably already have the indictment against him from the grand jury.
I agree.
It's one of those sealed indictments. Yeah, you agree? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't let me take up too much of your time. I'll talk to you.
All right, New Jersey. You're closer to Trump than I am right now because he is in New Jersey. But come home, Mr. President. Announce today at Mar-A-Lago and take questions. Take questions. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, yes, this is Sandra from Indiana.
Sandra from Indiana. Welcome.
Yeah, because last week you accidentally said Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Sandra from Indiana. You say it quickly, though. It could sound like Louisiana. What's on your mind?
I've got three things. I was watching your podcast this morning about toilet gate. I was looking at the white toilet. You could see the water in the bottom, and it looked like a toilet that was in a mobile home, not in the White House or a motel, because you could tell from the trimming that's used in fake mobile homes. The beige toilet, all you saw was down in the bowl, and I did not see what looked to appear any water down in there in those papers.
Yeah, this toilet gate thing they started, you notice, and it had to be taken immediately, that photo, after the papers were put in there strategically so the names were facing up, because that writing in the Sharpie marker would start bleeding right away, and it wasn't bleeding yet. That did not look like a toilet President Trump would be using, not fancy enough. And look at the floor in the corner of the toilet. It was like kind of messed up.
I said it looked like it was in a trailer house. A trailer home.
Yeah, maybe.
Another thing with the FBI, who's to say they didn't take documents with them to plant in these boxes?
Well, that's correct, yeah. That's right.
Also, it was August 8th, 1974, when Nixon resigned as presidency.
Really? Wow.
That is really a coincidence that he was raided yesterday and Nixon resigned on August 8th, 1970.
Wow. What do you think about President Trump coming home to Mar-A-Lago and announcing he's running today?
Heck yes.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
It needs to right today. He needs to announce it right today.
When you first heard this story, what were you feeling? What were you thinking?
Well, I can't. What I felt would be obscene to say on the radio.
Me, I was so shocked when I first heard it. I saw it on my phone on CNN, and I thought, this is a fake CNN website. This can't be real. Can't be real. I couldn't believe that it could be real, that this could actually be happening. That was my first emotion.
I can understand is why they're not going after the Biden crime family. They're like the mafia.
Well, no, they're not like the mafia. The mafia at least kind of kept hidden what they were doing. They're doing stuff openly. You know what I wonder? This thing with Biden not being able to put his jacket on yesterday. Have you seen this? Okay, you know what I was wondering about that? That seems so strange, him not being able to put the jacket on. I'm wondering if that was staged by Biden to make it look like he's so checked out, there's no way he could have approved this breaking in of Mar-A-Lago yesterday. You know what I mean? It gives him like plausible deniability. He can't even put his jacket on. How could he oversee this operation? You know what I mean?
Well, you notice how many times he messes with his face when he does speeches?
Uh-huh.
Some of the medication the patients are put on that had dementia or Alzheimer's. Like have like tardive dyskinesia, and they're constantly messing with their face, their mouth, or their eyes, or whatever. It's like it's a side effect. And I guarantee you that he is on Thorazine or some sort.
Well, if he's not on something, he's the only one in the family who's not. His kids are both addicts that are in rehab all the time. So, to think that he's not taking something, I mean, come on.
He's getting something for it.
Yeah.
So I've worked with dementia patients.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well, listen, Sandra in Indiana, thanks for the call. All right, take care. All right, there's one opening on our very busy board, so we got to take our break for the bottom of the hour. Callers on hold, stand by. The phones are very busy early on this morning. If you don't hang on, you very well may not be able to get back in. I'm taking the calls in the order in which they were received, and those of you that are new to the program, welcome. We do take our calls screenless. All the calls we answer live on the air. We screen them live on the radio. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show on the radio since 1977. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE 1. 888-465-2631. Back after this. On the radio since 1977. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE 1. That's the delay. 888-465-2631. Back after this.
Making morning radio
That's the delay. I turn on the air signal to hear the outro to make sure we're timed up right. I'm taking the calls in the order in which they were received. Pretty rough day, guys. If you're new here, subscribe, all right? And I will be going to Mar-A-Lago today. Georgia Peach, $50 super chat. Thank you, Georgia Peach. Pray for President Trump and our nation. They're willing to do anything to stop him from running. Absolutely. Wesley, by the way, please thank Georgia Peach. Wesley, $5 super chat. Please thank Wesley. Good morning, Brian. This is a lead up and part of the indictment that's coming regarding January 6th. The establishment will stop at nothing. You know, I said to a couple callers ago, that I think they already have the indictment. I really do. I think they already have the indictment. Yeah. Yeah, so when I go to Mar-A-Lago today, I will be making a vlog of it, and I'll upload it to my channel later today. Keegan Lowe, $5 super chat. Everyone, please thank Keegan, and welcome to the stream, Keegan. If Trump announces his candidacy today, it'll be before the midterms and Mike Dumas in some of the races. I don't think so, Keegan. I think what they don't understand when they do these terrible things to President Trump, it makes him stronger, because what they're doing is so obvious. Please thank Keegan, by the way, for that super chat. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. No, they've overplayed their hands. They don't understand what they're doing. But it doesn't make it any less frightening, disgusting, or scary. I mean, I was just like in shock. I thought for sure it was fake news. I just couldn't believe that it was real. All right, I got a full board of calls here. Yeah, and those of you that are new, we're on 6 radio stations in Morning Drive. 5 of them are FM stations, and our radio station covers Mar-A-Lago. This is the radio show of Mar-A-Lago. I don't know if I'm feeling all kinds of emotions. Sick, shock, sad. Well, you know, I did a tour of Mar-A-Lago. It's on my channel here a few weeks back. I did a walking tour, and Mar-A-Lago is always under Secret Service protection now, and there were Secret Service there. What did you miss? The FBI raided Mar-A-Lago yesterday. President Trump's home, broke into his safe. Here we got 2.5 minutes till we're back. Our bottom of the hour break is our long break on the radio. News, traffic, weather.
You can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. Hurt yourself or worse.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to go to Mar-A-Lago this morning, but I have to be here on the radio.
See, you didn't have to use crash.
But I'll definitely be going up there today.
Catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Have you put off buying new tires because you thought they were too expensive? Find friendly prices at Friendly Tire and Market on both new and used tires. New tires as low as $70 a tire.
Yeah, Trump plays chess, but that I think he was caught off guard by this. I mean, this is who would expect something like this?
Tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over.
I mean, my goodness, this isn't Argentina in the 40s.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help
I mean, think about it. They've raided President Trump's home, Roger Stone's home, his lawyer's home, Michael Cohen, Giuliani's home, Paul Manafort's home. Mar-A-Lago is an estate. It's a club. and it's surrounded by a wall. It's really a fortress. Okay, we got about a little less than a minute left, and we'll be back.
I just used a free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Ghostbusters Plus Collector, $5 super chat. Thank you. Everyone, please thank Ghostbusters Plus Collector. They're setting them up 100% corrupt. No one to stop them. Yeah. All right, we're coming back.
Cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code DRAG for a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash
Deborah,
out anytime
$5
right to your
Please thank
bank,
Deborah.
to
Thank you,
PayPal,
Deborah.
or any gift
They've
card
awoken
for
a sleeping
Amazon and other
giant.
brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code DRAG for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code DRAG.
Now back to the Steve Kane Show, celebrating 45 years on the air.
All right, we're back. I'm Brian Craig, a full board of calls, and of course we're talking about the break-in of Mar-A-Lago, an FBI raid yesterday on the home of our great president, Donald Trump, the 45th and 47th president of the United States. They even broke into the president's safe. And I just got goosebumps on my whole chest when I said that. It's crazy what's happened. I think what the final moment was that led to this was the victory of Kari Lake. President Trump has had 188 primary victories, and then Kari Lake. They're in a panic over Kari Lake and him and everything. We've got primaries today. Next week is Liz Cheney's. But 188 victories, and the final one, the big one of Kari Lake last week, that's when they said, we got to go in there. And do not believe what they're telling you. They didn't go in for those documents they're talking about. They went in fishing for documents. All right. We're going to go back to the phones. We have a full board of calls. I am taking the calls in the order in which they were received. And again, to our new listeners on our new radio stations in the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast, all the calls on this program are screenless. We screen live on the air. All viewpoints are welcome. Our number, 1-888-GO, Kane 1-888-465-2631. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Louisiana.
Oh, yes, Louisiana. First liberal of the day.
Good morning, man.
That's not a good morning. It's a dark morning for America.
Yes, it is. You woke up this morning. So anything else, it doesn't matter.
And stick to the topic at hand. All right? I don't need Tony Robbins on the line.
Okay, but the topic on hand is, I love how y'all all big mad this morning. I was watching Fox News last night. It was all big mad this morning.
Vanessa, super chat, thank you. Please thank Vanessa, everyone.
The raid on Mar-A-Lago. They went in, they told Trump, give those documents up. He didn't want to give those documents up. Now they went in and got them. So it is what it is. If he'd have gave those documents up, they never...
So you're excited. You're energized by this. You think it's a good thing. Is it a good thing? Is it to you? Is it a good or bad thing that the federal government broke into the home of a president of the United States?
I feel sad for this country today because this country, people like Trump is bringing this country down.
What has Trump done? Well, excuse me. How is Trump bringing this country down? What documents? What documents?
The stuff he took.
Well, what stuff did he take?
I don't know. You
don't know what it is. Documents. I've got a statement from President Trump right here in my hand. This is a document. You act like he's got the plans to the latest jet plane that he's going to sell to Iran or something.
Ryan,
you're talking about some meaningless documents that go into a museum file that nobody ever looks at. You actually hold on. Excuse me, Louisiana. Either you're going to talk to me in an appropriate way or I'm going to move on. You can either be a part of the conversation or not.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Oh, thank you. No, you're welcome to talk, but you need to have a conversation like an adult person. Okay? They did not go in for these unknown documents. They went in because they want to keep him off the ballot in 2024. Well, because the liberals on MSNBC said so last night. During Rachel Maddow's show, they had somebody on. They were so giddy over there talking about how they're going to use this to keep him off the ballot. They did say it. I watched it. All right, Louisiana. Enough. I don't mind talking to liberals, but don't tell me to don't believe my, lying ears. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jeff from Maine.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Brian. Isn't it a coincidence, kind of a little pun there, that they invaded President Trump's home when he wasn't there? Why didn't they wait till he was there?
Well, Mar-A-Lago, okay, I'll slow down on that. Mar-A-Lago over the summertime is closed. It is a winter retreat for not just President Trump. It's his home. It's his primary residence, but it's a winter home. And the members that use Mar-A-Lago, they only use it during the winter. It is closed during the hot summer months. So President Trump is always in New Jersey over the summer. He would not be coming back to live at Mar-A-Lago typically until around Thanksgiving.
It's his primary residence, so he has to be there more than most for the majority of the.
That's correct, but it's closed over the summer. But that's not important.
Okay, at 2, if President Trump has safes, which we know he did, they are supposed to open it at the site and take what they suspect only is classified documents. They cannot take the safe without opening it because that is what the law says, and I've heard that all last night and this morning. They were not allowed to take that safe off the safe.
No, but they knew they were going to break into the safe. Before they went in, they knew they were going to break into the president's safe because they took the tools to do it with. That's not an easy thing to do, and I imagine, President Trump doesn't have the safe that they sell at, Walmart, or on Amazon. He has a real safe like they have at a bank, and they were able to break into it. But Eric said it was empty. There was nothing in the safe. But they did not go in, Jeff, for those documents. They went in for a fishing expedition trying to, they figure they'll find something. Do you think they have an indictment against him already, a sealed indictment?
I agree with you. I think they already did. But I got another question for you. If President Trump had all these safes or whatever in documents, I can guarantee you everything he has is itemized and documented, what is where, and if they add anything, don't you think you'd have the proof to say, I know what was in there, and here's...
Don't play their game, Jeff. They did not. This has nothing to do with some museum, National Archives documents that no one would ever read or see. This is about something greater, and it's what they were taught. They were so excited on MSNBC that they lost control of themselves on live television, and this is about keeping Trump off the ballot in 2024. That's what this is all about, and I believe, as I said earlier, 188 primary victories so far. That's not including today and next week. 188 so far, right? And the victory of Kari Lake freaked them out.
But what I meant to say was, if they tried to plant something that they said that they found, that's why I was saying he would have a detailed account of anything and everything he had.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking.
The last time I saw, I'll tell you something. The last time I saw something similar to this was in the build-up to the war in Iraq, Gulf War II, with the WMD line. Scott Ritter, you guys remember Scott Ritter? He was a UN weapons inspector for the United States. And when the WMD story first started to be told by the George W. Bush administration, he was on television all the time saying there's no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and he had the credibility of having been a weapons inspector there. And then one day, he was all over the news for weeks in the build-up to the war. in Iraq. And then one morning, I get up early to do my show prep. There had been a raid on Scott Ritter's house. They found something with some underage sex stuff on his computer. Shocker. Just out of the blue, all of a sudden, Scott Ritter. And you haven't heard from Scott Ritter since, right? That's the last time I heard. I've seen something close to this, and that was what, 2002, 2003? When that happened.
Was he ever prosecuted?
I don't remember. It's been, we're 20 years ago. I don't remember. I remember that was scary, though.
You would think that would have hit national news.
It did at the time. It was a big, that's all we were talking about. Yeah. It was huge. And, and I remember we had a computer forensic expert on, and they said, when they go through your computer, not only can they find things there, but they can put things in there too. So what a couple of callers have already said this morning, who's to say they won't add some documents to these? They walked out with 15 boxes.
Right, and that was my point, was that wouldn't President Donald Trump, the smartest president ever, have everything documented in a way that he could prove that they added things to that weren't there?
That's true. Hey, Jeff in Maine, I got to run for our break. Thanks so much for calling. You brought up some very good points. There's only one opening on our board. Callers on hold, stand by. Just one opening where Jeff in Maine was calling from. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-KANE 1-888-465-2631. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977. Callers on hold, stand by. If you hang up and lose your spot, you may not make it back in. All right? We'll take that break, last break of the hour, and be back with your calls after this. Callers on hold, stand by. If you hang up and lose your spot, you may not make it back in. George P., $30.99 Australian super chat. Thank you. Please thank George P., everyone. Hunter will be very soon indicted, along with Kerry Lakeway, have them exposing their desperate moves. Stay strong, MAGA. Well, thank you, George. Dan Duncan, $10 super chat. Our government is politically weaponized, need to be voted out. No doubt, Dan, they need to be voted out. Everyone, please like the video, and if you are new here, make sure you subscribe. I will be going to Mar-A-Lago today, and I will have a video on my YouTube channel here from Mar-A-Lago today. Oh man, I'm just just numb and shocked. What's up? Yeah. Oh, they convicted him? Yeah, Jeff's call was very good. Oh man, this is our last break of the hour. We are here till 9 a.m. Eastern. So we got 2 hours and 15 minutes to go. What's new? Oh my goodness. The FBI raided President Trump's home, Mar-A-Lago, yesterday. That's what's new. Got about a minute left and we'll be back.
Hands and feet. Maybe you have no feeling at all. The symptoms can make life unbearable, but there is help at the Lighthouse Medical Center. Call 754-222-6642 for a no-charge consultation and say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. 754-222-6642.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Women, you know menopause is no fun, but there is help available for your menopause symptoms with Dr. Mitch Matez at the BioStation West Del Rey. Hormone replacement pellet therapy will 100% stop and reverse the signs and symptoms of menopause. Mood swings gone, night sweats gone, vaginal dryness reversed. You'll get your sex drive back too. Call Dr. Mitch Matez for a free consultation. 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893.
We take on the social justice warriors for breakfast. Now the Steve Kane Show is on the air.
All right, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. It is the Steve Kane Show. And, of course, we are talking about the FBI raid breaking into Mar-A-Lago yesterday. Callers on hold, stand by. And I have a little piece of Mar-A-Lago right here. In my hand, I am holding a Mar-A-Lago roof tile. And Tom Laporta from Laporta Contracting, who put a new roof on Steve's home and has given many listeners in this audience not just new roofs but repairs as well. Remember, Tom Laporta will never sell you a roof you do not need. If you just need a simple repair, Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting will do the simple repair. He's a good MAGA guy, and one thing that he offers that no one else offers is having a Trump roof. You know, Mar-A-Lago, which is in the news right now, is beautiful. You've seen it on TV. The roof tiles on the roof of Mar-A-Lago are very special roof tiles. These are not, this is, what I'm holding here in my hand is not just some regular Spanish tile. They are special Spanish tiles that come in multiple colors, and Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting has the Mar-A-Lago roof tiles. If you would like to turn your roof into a Trump roof, call Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting. Imagine the bragging rights with your friends that you have a Trump roof. You can sleep under the same roof every night that President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump sleep under. Call Tom Laporta at Laporta Contracting. Ask him about the Trump roof. This number rings directly to his cell phone, 954-604-4602. You're going to see Mar-A-Lago on TV a lot the next week. Look at that beautiful roof. You can have that same roof. 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602, and online, LaportaContracting.com. All right, to the phones we go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. Are you on?
I'm on. Are you on?
Yeah, I have a little bit of static here, Brian.
Okay. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
And this is your, your retired police officer from Wellington working in West Palm again.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's not a good morning for our country. This is Nazism all over again. And, you know, the liberal media, they want to celebrate. Listen, they're going to be coming after you sooner or later. But that's not the reason why I called. The reason why I called is that when you go in on a search warrant, and I've done a few of them my time, you have what you call an inventorial search. Once you leave that property, you have to photograph and inventory what you are taking. Your caller from Maine was on the right point. The reason why you do the inventory so that you can't later say, oh, well, that was taken and we found it, but if you didn't photograph it, do the inventory, you can't use it in evidence. You follow where I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
So this is why I'm saying this is Nazism all over again. They're going to come after us. I mean, they're already starting with the bill that they signed with 87,000, I believe it is, IRS agents. I mean, this government's going to terrorize us.
Well, you know what you're talking. You know, see, you're a good cop. You're not a dirty cop like Comey and Ray and these guys. You know, these are the types of people that plant things.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying this is like Nazism all over again. Look what Hitler did to all his political opponents. He put them in concentration.
Well, you know, that's true, and I'll tell you something here. And people don't understand that. You know, my whole life, you know, I've heard, and you've all heard this. How did the Holocaust happen? How did the Holocaust happen? There are endless books and movies and college lectures. We see it all the time. We saw it during the shutdowns and lockdowns, and we saw it yesterday because bureaucrats, law enforcement and bureaucrats go along with the tyrants because they want to keep their pension. They want to keep their job, and they go along with the tyrants. And this is how the Holocaust happened.
You know, it's a shame that Steve is not on, because a few weeks back we were talking about the officers didn't go in and save those people, the little children, and they were under direct order. But these FBI agents, Gestapos, I should say, they were under direct order to go in and violate someone's rights, their Fourth Amendment rights, and to plant evidence to keep this guy off the ballot. Again, persecuting a political opponent that they don't like, just like Hitler did back in the 30s, late 30s, early 40s. It's a shame, right? I'm not going to keep...
No.
Other people that are upset like me, and I'm probably rattling on a little bit more than I...
No, hey, listen, we're all rattling on. I mean, this is almost like an out-of-body experience. It's hard to believe that what has happened has happened.
I can't believe I woke up think when I woke up in the Middle East this morning. I mean, this is terrible. This is...
It is. All right, take care.
We're all praying for him.
Mm-hmm. All right, take care, take care. You're on the radio. Oh, no, yep, there you go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. It's Ann.
Hey, Andrea.
This is what I would like to know. I would like to know what those librarians from the National Archives took, because they took 15 boxes out of Mar-A-Lago a couple of months ago. So my question is, if they knew that he had additional archives, why didn't they take them then? Because they already knew he had...
Because this was not about a bunch of stuff to go into a museum archive that no one's going to see. This was something else.
Yes, this is exactly something else. This is exactly something else.
See, I'm going to stick to what I was saying earlier and see if you agree. I think they already have a sealed indictment against President Trump.
I would hope not, but at this point,
Julian
nothing
P. $5
would
super chat.
surprise
Thank you.
me, because
Last call is correct about inventory. Search
they
warrant
are
has to list what you're after,
this
where it is,
country,
and how you know.
destroying it.
Yeah, well.
And the person who said they're coming after all of us is correct. And you know who should be the most outraged by all of this? The liberals. You know why? Because they voted for the destruction of this country.
And they've come out of the closet for how things are real. You know, I don't know if you heard all this stuff growing up. I think most of us did. I grew up hearing about J. Edgar Hoover and the files and all that stuff. And I always thought that it was a bunch of nonsense. Now I believe everything that I ever heard about J. Edgar Hoover. And also the Kennedy conspiracy. I believe it all now. All these conspiracies I believe now because we're living through it.
I agree with you there. I grew up, you know, my grandfather was an immigrant from Italy. He went back and served in the World War. I grew up with a flag on my porch, and I have to tell you, today, my flag is turned upside down because these people are just destroying this country. And the Republicans are just as much to blame as the Democrats. Liz Cheney, all of them, Mitt Romney, Kevin McCarthy, the Turtle, they're all just as much to blame. To be cheering on Kevin McCarthy today.
What do you think about President Trump coming home to Mar-a-Lago, have a press conference and announce he's running today?
You know what? I hope to God he does. And God bless those people who are standing across the street in solidarity.
Yeah, I'm going to be joining them today. Later today, when I get off the air, I'm going to be joining those people. I'm going to Mar-a-Lago today. You got to go. You got to go, people. And as you're getting ready for work or going where you're going, make sure you put your MAGA hat on today. Wear your MAGA hat.
Oh, I have my gear on. I'm not. If I didn't fly home yesterday, I would have went to Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, when I get off the air, I'm going home and I'm going to put a T-shirt on and a pair of shorts, and because it's going to be over 100-degree heat index today, or it may rain. It looks like rain today. I don't care. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to join our brothers and sisters outside Mar-a-Lago today.
This isn't a sad day for our country. This is horribly vile, terrible day for our country.
No doubt. All right, Andrea. Thanks for the call. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, there's one opening on the board. 1-888-GO-KANE-1. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I see what we had coming already because they didn't have any other options. They were losing and everything. They can't meme. They can't really use the propaganda anymore. All of their other advances have failed. You know, and I'll agree with you that they probably do have an indictment sealed and ready to go because that's how they operate. They're dirty and they're shiesty.
I know. You're in Wellington. I mean, you're in Wellington, Vince. You're due west of Mar-A-Lago.
I couldn't drive out there. They're probably waiting for people like us to drive out there. They want that. That's what they want. They want it to look like they've gotten something out of it, but there's really nothing.
Let me tell you, okay, all these great people that spent all night out in front of Mar-a-Lago, President Trump has seen you, and he knows you're there, and he loves you. He knows. Believe me, he knows everything. He's watching. And I think he needs to see the supporters of him out there.
I think that they overstepped it by a lot. They kind of overshot their target by doing what they just did because I don't think they realize the support that they've already lost and the support that he's gained throughout this time. I think this is a bad judgment of the FBI, not realizing that people already kind of know that they spied on him directly, and there's no way that they can deny that. So the fact that they even went in his property at this point is just it's delusional. It's delusional, and I don't see how warrant any of that, you know. Through the FISA courts or whatever they did the first time, this time around, I don't know how they could warrant any of this. But, I mean, to say that Joe Biden's complicit in all of this was just...
Well, listen, this started with... Listen, they spied on him at his home at Trump Tower during the campaign. They spied on him when he was president in his first term in the executive offices, in the Oval Office. This is just a continuation of something that's been going on for years.
Right, and if they found something, they would have already had it out on the news by now. If there was something worth any time, they would have already had it out by now. They wouldn't wait.
Yep.
The burner would be boiling over it.
All right, Vincent Wellington, I got to run, but thanks for the call. He's immediately due west of Mar-a-Lago, Vincent Wellington. All right, callers on hold, stand by. The phones are very, very busy today. My text messages are dinging a lot, too. All right, we'll be back. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show with your calls after this. Busy today. My text messages are dinging a lot, too. All right, we'll be back. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show with your calls after this.
The new oldies.
Yeah, see, that's the delay. And I check in with that just to make sure we're on time. I'm on a 10-second delay from where I'm at to the radio station control room down the hall. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Great. Oh, I'm talking to a household name right now. I'm not going to tell you who. But,
Follow Oldies 95.3 at 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time Oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
In the Palm Beaches this morning, the major expressways are crash-free, moving up to speed. In West Palm, a right shoulder is blocked by a disabled vehicle on 95 heading southbound just beyond Southern Boulevard. Also on 95 heading southbound just beyond Palmetto Park Road, the right shoulder is also blocked by a disabled vehicle. Light traffic on 95 north coming from Deerfield into Boca. This report is sponsored by Kelley Blue Book. Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash offers an official offer to buy your car. Enter your vehicle ID info, answer some questions, and get a no obligation offer to sell or trade it. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car, schedule a time, and drive away with confidence. For all events, it's KBB.com.
not Steve Kane, no.
That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News update.
ABC News now. I'm Todd. Multiple sources.
You'll find out at 7:30.
FBI agents raided former President Trump's Florida home beginning Monday morning. Sources say Trump was not at Mar-a-Lago at the time of the raid, nor was any member of his family.
Trump has issued a lengthy statement. He claimed his home is, quote, currently under siege, raided and occupied by a large group of FBI agents.
To obtain a search warrant, the FBI would have had to present evidence to a federal judge that they have probable cause that a crime or crimes have been committed.
ABC's chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Carl. Voters will choose a Republican nominee for Wisconsin governor on Tuesday who could reshape how elections are conducted in the marquee battleground state. And President Biden and the First Lady on Monday witnessed the damage from deadly and devastating storms that have resulted in the worst flooding in Kentucky's history. And Olivia Newton-John, the Grammy-winning superstar, has died after a long battle with breast cancer. She was 73. This is ABC News.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer Wet Jet. The faster, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Oh, here we go. We're back. No time for coffee.
Show.
All right, we are back. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. One opening on our board at 1-888-GO Kane 1, the home of the 45th and 47th President of the United States. Donald Trump was raided yesterday. That's what we're talking about. And every time I say it, I get like this weird feeling inside. It's scary what has happened. We're going to go back to the phones. I want to hear your thoughts, your emotions, how you're feeling now, how you felt when you first heard this. I believe that they already have a sealed indictment against President Trump. I believe that the decision to do this was made after this last week's primaries. And we're still in primary season, by the way. President Trump so far, not including today, has 188 primary endorsement victories. Carrie Lake is a superstar. That was a big one. Took him a few days to announce it, that she had won, but she won. And they're terrified of Donald Trump. They can't beat him, so they're trying to find a racket to keep him off the ballot. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Brian from Deerfield.
Hey, what's up, Deerfield?
Hey, Brian. Carpe diem, seize the day. I like the idea of doing the press conference from Mar-A-Lago and announcing it's been a run for the presidency. The thing that really gets me, Ryan, is if President Trump was kept off the ballot, and I think there were well over 200 primary wins before that, are we looking at the end of the United States?
Mm-hmm. Now, the Democrats have done this before. You know, the Democrats didn't have Lincoln on the ballot in 1860 in the South. When he won his first election, he was not on the ballot in any of the southern states. And they had not left the Union yet, all right, for you liberals out there that don't know your history. So, you know, listen, I'm not aware. I know they're all giddy on CNN and all this, but I don't know. Is there something in the Constitution if they get a felony charge or conviction against someone they can't run? Do you think they already have the indictment against Trump?
I'm afraid they do. I think they've been looking at this strategy because they know they can't stop it. I think this goes way back 6 months or more, and that's the only thing they can do to stop them. And I agree. The Curry Lake win there against the machine down in Arizona, I think that was the final straw for the Democrats.
Well, don't say Democrats. The Republican and Democrat establishment. This is the Republican establishment too. You know. I'll tell you something. I'm pissed that the Republicans in the House and the Senate have not come out on the Capitol steps with a joint press conference denouncing this. Where the hell are they? Where are they?
You would think that they will, but I don't think you're going to see that. Do you think the country can survive?
Yeah, we've been through Civil War, we've been through Dust Bowls, we've been through it all.
Yeah. You know, the feeling about sadness. And it's just it's a dark day. It's a very dark day in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
One of the darkest I've seen, and it's a mixture of emotions, but I'm hoping something will come out of this as good. But I got to tell you, I think Trump should announce him seize the day.
He should, and Steve Bannon talked about this too. So I know President Trump has heard this because Steve Bannon was talking about it. Okay, he should come back home to Mar-A-Lago today, have a press conference, invite the press, announce he's running, and then take questions. That's it. I mean, and it's got to be done. I mean, that would be my recommendation to him.
Yeah, I would definitely. It seems to be a good strategy to me, something to counter this. But I got to tell you, it's just it's sadness, it's anger, and it's outrage about this whole situation.
I'm numb. I keep. Sometimes I'm numb. Sometimes I'm angry. Sometimes I'm shocked. Sometimes I'm sad. It's hard. It is what has happened here is it's hard to believe it's even happened.
Well, yeah, I have this mental picture of the FBI walking into Mar-A-Lago with a safecracker to get the documents of our former president.
I heard something about crowbars, and I'm here to tell you, whatever safe President Trump has, it's top of the line, bank quality safe. You don't just bust in with a crowbar too easily.
I worry about them planning something.
All right. Well, it starts by saying stupid things. You gotta watch it. All right, let me wait for the delay to build back up. If you're on hold, stand by. My name's Brian Craig. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. Yes. You got to be careful, guys, all right? Be cool. Don't make me dump you today, all right? Don't be stupid. 1-888-465-2631. Oh, my goodness. I must say, though, that is the first time I've used the dump button this morning, which is pretty good and a testament to everyone. All right, 1-888-465-2631. Let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, conservative.
Oh, hey, Doug.
Wow. All I can think about is the great Mike Lindell, what he says. From God takes a bad and makes it good. I'm thinking that what this did is it didn't just wake people up, it shocked people up. And I think everybody's now going to, whatever the red wave we were going to have is a tidal wave now. It's going to be 10 times worse. And I think they're going to be sorry they did something like this.
Well, today is primary day again. Next week is primary day. We've got our primaries here in Florida coming up. Next week is Liz Cheney and her primary. This has to do, this raid on the home of President Trump has a lot to do with the 188 primary endorsement victories, Carrie Lake, and Liz Cheney next week.
That's what I was thinking last night. I said, this is all Liz Cheney and her father trying to get something to help her in the election. I don't know, but it was just something I was thinking about. But the whole thing is so stupid. President Trump has been out of office almost for 2 years now. They took the archives, took some of the material from.
It's not about these museum documents that no one's ever going to read, that are going to go in a drawer and gather dust and put on microfiche if they still do that. It's not about that. They went in to Mar-a-Lago on a fishing expedition. They're desperate to find something on. Remember, they broke into Giuliani's home. They broke into Project Veritas's home. James O'Keefe. They broke into Paul Manafort's home. They broke into Roger Stone's home. They arrest. Who am I leaving out? They.
Nothing. There's nothing. Like Stevie Wonder says, nothing from nothing gets nothing. Man, that's exactly what they had.
That's right. All right. Appreciate the call. Take care. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Rick from Iowa.
Hey, Rick.
I'm disgusted with the way things have gone today. And, the FBI and Gestapo tactics that they're using are just totally disgusting. But, Donald Trump declassified a whole bunch of stuff before he left office, and we've probably yet to see any of that stuff. And so anything he took with him was already declassified when he left. This is just totally inexcusable and ridiculous that this happened.
It's scary, though, isn't it? I mean, if they can do this to a president of the United States, the rest of us are done.
The devil sure does scramble when he knows the real man in charge is on his way back shortly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what kind of people would follow such an order to break into the home of a president?
Oh, just trigger-happy dumb people, and this is a show. They're trying to intimidate the rest of us and scare the heck out of the rest of us.
Well, what they don't understand is every time they do this to President Trump, it makes him stronger and more popular. I mean, look at these people. that I'm going to join later today. I don't care if it's raining or not, I'm going to be there. These people outside of Mar-A-Lago that spent the night there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Exactly.
and I'll tell you something. The crowds in front of Mar-A-Lago appeared immediately after the announcement came. People dropped whatever it was they were doing and grabbed their Trump flags and went to Mar-a-Lago yesterday. That wasn't organized. It wasn't planned. The love that MAGA men and women have for this man just is indescribable, and they went there. They felt a calling, and they went. And I promise you, President Trump is watching that.
Yep, I'm sure he is. And we're going to stand by him.
That's right. That's right. All right, take care. Thanks for the call. One opening on the board at 1-888-GO, Kane 1, 888-465-2631. If you're at Mar-a-Lago now, turn us up. Turn your radio up loud to this program. By the way, Alexa, play WWNN radio. Alexa, volume 7. Let's make it a little louder today. That's right. Oh boy, callers on hold, stand by. We'll go right back to your phone calls after the break. Every line on our board is lit. My name is Brian Craig. This is the longest running radio show in the state of Florida, the Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. This is also the most pro-Donald Trump program you have ever heard anywhere. That's right. That's right. We love Donald Trump here, and we're not embarrassed by it. We're proud of it. But whatever your viewpoint on this is certainly welcome at 1-888-GO, Kane 1, 888-465-2631. We'll take the last break of the hour, come back with your calls right after this break. 465-2631. We'll take the last break of the hour, come back with your calls right after this break.
Wake up and smell the truth.
If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. Everyone, please like the video. This is a rough day. Rough day. Press 1 if you stand with Trump in the chat. 1 if you stand with Trump. I'll be first. Oh yeah. 1 if you stand with Trump and love Trump. That's right. There's no other choices. There's no other choices. Just the 1 for your love and support of President Trump. Absolutely. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome.
That remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say,
oh, man.
insurance, so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just...
I was going to take the MAGA scooter to Mar-a-Lago this morning because I can get in and out easier with the scooter than the car, but it is looking like a rainy day, so it looks like I'm going to have to take the car to Mar-a-Lago. There's so much traffic up there, it's easier to get around on the scooter. Let's see if it clears up. Let me see what it's going to be like later today.
Florida Luxury Cabinets, your free consultation. Florida Luxury Cabinets, 2621 North Federal Highway in Boca Raton. Visit our website, FloridaLuxuryCabinets.com.
An honest auto mechanic, you probably don't think they exist, but one does.
Oh, boy. Okay, we got less than a minute left, and we'll be back.
He works on all makes and models, new, old, classic cars, even hybrids. Champagne Automotive Repair is the official mechanic of the Steve Kane Show. Call 561-245-8101. 561-245-8101. And make sure you tell him you heard about him on the Steve Kane Show.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad. Your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Ah, right.
Right now, Staples Cop books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store, only limit 30.
Ready to get fired up? Just 60 seconds and you'll be racing for the phone. 888-GO-KANE-1. This is the Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. It is the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. Every line on the board is lit at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. 888-465-2631. You know, MAGA people are being oppressed all over the place. Our great President Donald Trump, we're seeing it again. I mean, it's outrageous. You know, the great Mike Lindell, the inventor of the Mypillow, you know, he's being sued for billions of dollars. Him, his company. He's been kicked out of every retailer. Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, Kohl's, QVC, Home Shopping. They've kicked him out of the television shopping networks. The big box retailers no longer will carry Mypillow products. Why? Because he stands up for President Trump. He stands up for MAGA. Go to mypillow.com. Buy something with our promo code KANE at checkout. KANE. Huge savings. Huge savings. The Mypillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets. I have 6 sets of these. They are buy one set, get a second set free with our promo code KANE. And you know, you can mix and match that set. You can get it in a different size, a different color, one regular, one flannel, whatever you want. The Giza Cotton Dream Sheets are beautiful, perfect sheets. I sleep on them every night. They come in every mattress size from twin all the way up to California king, split king, even RV queen, and every size in between. And the Mypillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets, because they're made of 100% Giza cotton, they perfectly regulate your body temperature. And my favorite part about it is the bottom sheet. Oh man, it's absolutely amazing. My wife and I, we make the bed, and all 4 corners of the bottom fitted sheet with the Mypillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets fits perfectly. You've seen this with other sheets. Any other sheet set, got to say it slow, don't want to slip on that one. You put on that bottom fitted sheet, you get 2 corners on, okay. The third one a little tough, and that fourth one, man, it takes your whole body strength, and you can still just barely get it over the corner of the bed. With the Mypillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets, all 4 corners of that fitted sheet, you just need 2 fingers and a thumb. Boom, 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 boom. Fits perfectly. That's right. That's right. So go to mypillow.com, buy 1 set, get a second set free. BOGO offer there with our promo code KANE at checkout, KANE. You can also order by phone, toll free, 1-800-716-4879. Stand with Mike Lindell, stand with MAGA and Donald Trump. Order the Mypillow 100% Giza Cotton Dream Sheets. Again, promo code KANE at checkout, KANE at mypillow.com, or toll free, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code KANE, KANE at checkout. All right, let's just go back to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. It's John in Wellington.
Oh, another Wellington, due west of Mar-A-Lago, under federal occupation.
Mar-a-Lago and 100% behind President Trump.
Yes.
You were talking about not being surprised this morning, or shocked, I should say. I am surprised, but I'm not shocked, because I don't put anything past the communist left. I know them for what they are. I know what they're capable of doing, and there's no limits to what they will try to accomplish. The reason for my call is everything is based on precedent. And what they just did was they just opened the door to be able to investigate Obama's past and the Biden crime family as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Any other former presidents that they want to investigate?
Well, this is the new normal.
They just hung themselves with their own rope.
Well, I mean, do you agree or disagree? I think they probably already have the sealed indictment against President Trump.
Of course.
Oh, my goodness.
I think they had the indictment while those ridiculous January 6th hearings were going on. It was already sealed shut. They made their decision long before the hearings even...
What do you think about President Trump coming home to Mar-a-Lago today and announce that he's running for president in 2024?
I don't know. I personally think it's a great idea,
But me, personally, I think that I will back whatever Mr. Trump decides.
Well, of course, always. We're all going to do that. Yeah, always. Yeah.
What you and I are doing right now is a knee-jerk reaction, and we want him to stand tall and make an announcement and basically shove it in the left's face. But
stop saying the left. This is the Republican establishment, too.
You're right. You are right.
You know, Mitch McConnell's doing the high-fiving right now.
You're right. But Mr. Trump, he's being methodical. He's thinking this out. He's a chess player. He's about 7 or 8 steps ahead of the right.
You don't think this one caught him off guard?
Maybe a little bit, but he'll get back on his feet.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I saw Laura Trump on... the dog agrees. Yeah, that's right. That's right. MAGA dog. Tucker Carlson picked a bad night to take off. Where's he at? In Hungary again? But I saw Laura Trump on last night, and she looked like they were shocked in the Trump family at this. And I saw Eric Trump too. He seemed to indicate that this was shocking to. They told the Secret Service 30 minutes before that they were breaking in.
Once in a while, Mr. Trump will be surprised, but he's smart enough, he's wise enough, and he's experienced enough to deal with these situations. And again, he'll land on it.
All right. Take care from Wellington. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Richie.
Hey, Richie the bus driver, due north of Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, my feelings, okay, are, I haven't felt like this since John Kennedy was assassinated. A lot of the people feel the same way. The shock, okay? But it's not just my feelings and your feelings. What do you think the Iranians are feeling right now? What do you think the Chinese are feeling right now? The North Koreans, the Venezuelans. What do you think's going on? What they have done, the deep state, not the Republicans and Democrats, the deep state, the unelected people behind the scenes that have been running this country since the time we were kids. And you know, I didn't realize it. It's not a country right now of we the people. It's a country of these people. And President Trump was on the right road here, and they knew it. You know his speech Saturday where he was going to go after the deep state? Now, I've been watching Bannon for a while. They had plans on going in there and cleaning house to the FBI and the Justice Department, all of these. And I think it was a preemptive strike. These people know that...
Yeah, it was a week or two ago when they were talking about firing 50,000, right? Trump was talking about firing 50,000 in the bureaucracy. Yeah.
And this is the way for them to survive. They have a preemptive strike. But I got to let people know out there, when your home is your safety, man. That's your nest, okay? Now, if you're invaded by the FBI, I might as well call them the SS. They ought to change the lettering on their shirts, okay? If you're invaded or you're robbed, when you go back to your home, it's a sickening feeling that somebody...
Well, it's a violation. It's a violation. You feel violated. Yeah, it's like an assault.
That's why you saw Laura Trump with the way they're sickening by this.
You know, I wonder. I wonder if they went into every room. That means they went into Barron's room. They went through Melania's drawers. What?
To a president, they could do it to anyone. They don't give a damn, and it's just a shame. This country, we lost a lot yesterday. It's not just precedent. This country's never seen anything like this before. And if you talk about two-tier justice, you got a guy in the White House that's so corrupt, it's disgusting. And his son, they got his videos, and they don't do nothing, but they go after an ex-president because they're scared to death. It's really outrageous. The country is never going to be the same again. And if you don't go out and vote, get these bums out of office, including some of these rhinos, then it's our fault.
Mm-hmm. All right, Richie, we got to run. Thanks for the call. Callers on hold, stand by. We're going to take our break for the bottom of the hour. The phones are very, very busy today. If you don't stick through the break, you will likely have a very difficult time, if not impossible time, getting back in. So stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Our number toll-free, 888-GO-KANE-1, 888-465-2631. This is the longest-running radio show in the state of Florida, the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. Back after this break. 665-2631. This is the longest-running radio show in the state of Florida. CB Radio Ghost Talk, $10 super chat. Everyone thanks CB Radio there. If you ever raise your right hand and swore to protect the Constitution of our great country and you know it's for life, hit 1, absolutely. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. I got to get a line out to call. We got a guest coming on. Celebrity guest.
Expressways are crash free.
Oh man, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. This is our bottom of the hour break. It's a little bit of a longer break, but we'll be back in a few minutes, and we're going to talk to a great conservative coming up in a few minutes. Oh my goodness, guys. Hey, it's Brian. How you doing? Great. Oh, I know, it's crazy. Okay, we're 2 minutes away. When I put you on hold, you're going to hear silence until I introduce you. But we're about 2 minutes away, and I'll have you on the air, okay? All right, hold on. That's Laura Loomer I just called. Well, thank you, Ghostbusters.
It's a breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness.
Yeah, Laura Loomer's on hold. We're going to go to her, and then after that, I'll go back to the calls.
Buying a new mattress? Don't. Go right now to mypillow.com and order your 3-inch MyPillow mattress topper for 50% off. But you've got to use the promo code KANE at
Yeah.
checkout at mypillow.com.
Because all my lines are full, so I guess they're filtering through over there.
From twin all the way up to California King and every size in between.
Yeah.
Go to mypillow.com.
That's why,
Promo code KANE at checkout.
Okay, so how crazy high are these gas prices right now, right? I mean, a car the other day, and I thought for that price, I could buy a couple of pairs of Skechers and pretty much walk everywhere. Plus, unlike gas, not only is Skechers affordable, they also last a really long time. Skechers are extremely durable and many are machine washable. And they're so comfortable. With comfort features like Skechers' famous air-cooled memory foam, Relax Fit, Wide Fit, Arch Fit, plus so many other fits and features. Find your perfect pair of Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This is Scott from Cut My Kilowatts. Give me a call today to save up to 50% on your insulation and radiant barrier, and up to 35% on your electric bill. That's 954-939-1500. 954-939-1500.
Here we go.
Men, do you suffer from ED? If so, you know it can be very frustrating. Not for you, but your partner too. Dr. Mitch Matez at the Bayou Station West LA can help. Call for a consultation. 561-320-8893. Call now and get your erection back on demand. Ladies, you can make an appointment for your man too. 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893.
Live, local, and in your face. The Steve Kane Show with
All right, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. Oh, man, so if you're just waking up, I mean, I don't know how you could not know about this. The FBI broke into the 45th and 47th President of the United States home here in Florida. President Trump's home, Mar-A-Lago, broken into by the FBI. They walked out with 15 boxes, went through every room in the house, which means even Barron's bedroom, Melania's drawers. I mean, this is insane what's going on. We're in a whole new America today than we were yesterday. And on the line, we're going to talk to someone who is a household name in this listening audience. She's running for Congress here in Florida and always on the front line of the attack on American patriots. Laura Loomer, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Brian. It's good to be here with you again today.
Oh, man. What has happened to our country?
Well, we're living in a banana republic, right? And this is, of course, what I talk about on the campaign trail every single day. It's what I talked about on the campaign trail in 2020 when I had the distinct honor of running for Congress in the Mar-A-Lago district down there in Palm Beach County, where I was endorsed by President Donald Trump, and he voted for me. And I said that we are living in a police state, right? We are living in a police state with a two-tier justice system where the FBI has essentially become the Gestapo political hit force for the Biden crime family and the Democrat Party. It's an abomination, right, that the FBI is breaking down the door of the President of the United States in a political witch hunt and illegally searching his home, seizing his property, and that, it's being celebrated. There were reports coming out last night that there were cheers, as if this was some kind of sporting game or some type of, event for people to watch, right, like a football game or something, coming out of the White House last night of liberal reporters and White House staffers cheering on the FBI raid. This is the exact same thing they did to my friend Roger Stone down in Fort Lauderdale several years ago, and it's premeditated, it's malicious, and it really is signaling the death of our...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they went in for some documents that some museum wants. To me, this looks like a situation, either a fishing expedition or planting of something.
Everybody knows that Donald Trump was going to announce his run for president this week. Okay, it was expected. If you're in the know politically, everybody knows that Donald Trump was planning on making an announcement for his 2024 presidential run this week. And this was a way for the FBI to prevent that from happening. Okay, they want to try to muddy the waters and make it seem like, oh God, if you were under FBI investigation, how could you possibly run? Right, because of course that was one of the things that Donald Trump used against Hillary Clinton in his 2016 run for president, and he famously said and reiterated numerous times over and over again that we shouldn't have a president who is under FBI investigation like she was, and so this is a weaponization. This is a bullying tactic to try to silence Americans who had the 2020 elections. He should have announced.
Yeah. I really hope he comes to Florida, comes to Mar-A-Lago, and announces today, and takes questions from the press after.
would be great. And, as a candidate for Congress now running in Florida's 11th district, a lot of people may not know that I moved in the redistricting year to Central Florida, and I'm running against Daniel Webster, a pro-impeachment Rhino, one of the only Republicans who skipped the vote on the second impeachment of Donald Trump. He also skipped the vote on the January 6th Commission, which, of course, is the premise for this illegal FBI raid that happened last night. They are able to get away. Rhinos did not push back against the January 6th Commission.
Yeah, now, Laura Loomer, you're running for Congress here in Florida, District 11. What area of Florida does this district you're running in, because the primary's coming up, does this district cover? What areas?
So it's most of Lake County, Sumter County, all of the villages, of course, the largest retirement community in America, parts of Polk County, including Polk City, and I also now have Windermere and Winter Garden in Orange County. So I will be representing the Disney properties.
Oh, great.
Forward to fighting back against the sexualization of our children and woke propaganda that has been pushed by these multinational corporations. And the primary is coming up in 14 days. People already started voting. Early voting began yesterday in Orange County. People are already sending in absentee ballots. Of course, I'm encouraging people to vote at the polls, but people are already voting.
Yeah. Well, they must. I know they love you in the villages, and maybe you'll be able to crack down on those groomers at Walt Disney World, since that'll be in your district.
Yeah, and what's very exciting about this is, last election season when I won my primary in Palm Beach County in double digits, we had a contentious general election with Lois Frankel.
Mm-hmm.
This time, whoever wins the primary in this majority red Republican seat in District 11 is the next member of Congress.
That's great. We're going to have our own squad up there. It's going to be you, Laura Loomer, Sarah Palin, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. We're going to have a great squad.
It's going to be great. And, we support my campaign, so if people want to help me get across the finish line, we're paying for ground operations and efforts to secure the election, and people can go to my website, forcongress.com, and donate and sign up to be a poll watcher for these early voting locations. But look, we need fighters. We don't need any more go-along, get-along rhinos who are afraid to support President Trump. I am a diehard Trump supporter. It's why he endorsed me and voted for me in 2020, and I'm hoping to...
Well, we're going to need you. President Trump has already voted for you. I know he voted for you twice because you got the primaries. Now, this I want to ask you. This is this very important thing, because you're going to be in Congress. You're going to be in Congress next year. We need you to do a couple things. We need you to defund the FBI and impeach the FBI director.
Absolutely. And, a lot of people may not know this. I was the first candidate in America to publicly call for defunding the FBI as part of my campaign platform. I did so in 2020, and I'm doing so again now in 2022. We need to defund these, agencies that are now weaponized for the sake of carrying out political witch hunts. They no longer serve the purpose of keeping the community safe. They are actually a greater threat to our safety and our national security in the way that they are illegally surveilling Trump supporters and abusing their power to carry out witch hunts and armed raids against Trump supporters and conservative Americans.
That's right. Laura Loomer running for Congress District 11, which includes Walt Disney World and the villages here in Florida. All right, Laura Loomer, thanks for joining us, and good luck.
Thanks, and hopefully I can come back on and when I win my primary.
Absolutely. All right, Laura Loomer, take care. We'll talk soon. All right, yeah, we'll definitely have her back on, and that's our squad. Can you imagine Laura Loomer, Sarah Palin, Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, there's one opening on the board at 888-GO-CANE-1. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Al.
Oh, Liberal Al. Yes, Liberal Al.
I've been telling you for a long time that the day is going to come that Trump's going to be indicted. And I predict after November, the indictments will come through. They'll delay it for another...
Well, listen, let's not talk about what's going to happen. Let's talk about what happened. President Trump's home, Mar-A-Lago, was broken into by the FBI yesterday. What are your thoughts?
Well, as far as that's concerned, they had to have evidence of other wrongdoing from the testimony from Cipollone that just happened in grand jury.
So do you think it's a good thing that a home of a president was broken into?
If he's taking documents that were supposed...
No, if he's taken. Is it a good thing or a bad thing that they broke into President Trump's home? Yes or no?
I'd say yes.
Yes, okay. Well, you know, it was reported they went through every room in the house. What are they doing in Barron's bedroom? They went through every room in the house.
Oh, Barron's bedroom could be where he puts his tax records.
Oh. You mean the one Letitia James already had his taxes for like 2 years now in New York?
Well, maybe there's some real estate transactions in them.
Listen. President Trump doesn't treat his son like money mules like Biden does Hunter. You really think President Trump is using Biden in your fantasy schemes? You're sicker than I thought you were, Al. You're sicker than I thought you were.
Well, you know something? The man's laundered millions of dollars every year before he became, and you know damn well he committed tax fraud.
No. Then why didn't Letitia James go after him? All right, we're up against our break. Oh boy, from Laura Loomer to that. Ugh. Callers on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. On the radio since 1977. I'm Brian Craig. Steve will be joining us. Callers on hold, stand by. Back with your calls. But first, we're going to take this quick break. Don't go anywhere. Since 1977. I'm Brian Craig. Steve will be joining us. Callers on hold, stand by. Back with your calls. But first, we're going to take this quick break. Don't go anywhere.
They're the most polarizing talk show hosts in all of South Florida. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig. Morning 6 to 9 on Oldies 95.
Be right back.
And 96.9.
Hello, this is Mike at Friendly Tire. I've been in business 30 years at the same location and offering great deals on new and used tires. I have many suppliers. Whatever car or truck you have, I can get you incredible deals on any tire. I also do tire repairs at very low prices. Give me a call. My number is 954-977-9445. I will give you a price over the phone on new and used tires. Again, my number is 954-977-9445. Thank you.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So
if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Everyone, please like the video. This is an important show today. Oh, I'll put our squad up against their squad any day.
Replacement pellet therapy. Take it from me. I'm a patient. It works. 561-320-8893. 561-320-8893. And make sure to tell him you heard about him on the radio.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop.
All right, we got about a minute left and we'll be back.
So we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit...
Is anyone else going to be up at Mar-A-Lago today?
hurt yourself, or worse, others. And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
It's hurricane season, and if you have a wet spot on your ceiling, you have a leak in your roof. When we had a leak in our roof at the Kane household, we called Tom Laporta. He's the best in the business. Remember, small leaks turn into medium leaks.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance, you only pay for what you need. Here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio saying Liberty Mutual customizes.
Yeah, I'm going to be there probably late in the morning. By noon, I should be up there, I would hope. I'm just seeing what the weather's like. I mean, it's... Hopefully it doesn't rain and we have a massive crowd there. Rain's not going to stop me. All right. We are back. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian Craig. Oh, boy, I tell you. I will be going to Mar-A-Lago today, and I hope to see you guys there. You know, all those people that spent the entire night out there. President Trump's not even there. And they spent the night out there just to show their support. It's absolutely amazing. All right, let's go back to our phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mike from Louisiana.
Hey, Mike.
You know what they say about indictments and ham sandwiches?
Yes, you can indict a ham sandwich in a grand jury. That's right. That's what they say.
Well, I think they have the ham sandwich, you know, and that's I don't want to be flippant about it, but that's exactly what this is. I mean, everything that has happened from the election on is illegitimate, including this indictment. It's possible.
Yeah.
Indictment is illegitimate.
Mm.
You know?
Well, it's what it looks like it is, right? Yeah. It's what it looks like. It's politically motivated because they can't beat him. You know, these 188 primary victories in Kerry Lake have them flipped out.
Right, and the fact of the matter is I mean, look, you may have thought that a lot about Sarah Palin, about, you know, I've heard from different people from Alaska that they don't care too much for her or whatever, but you know, she was part of the McCain run for presidency, failed run, if they'd let her done what she wanted to do. But anyway, yeah, she's going to be a part of the squad with Lauren Boebert. And
oh, it'll be awesome. Can you imagine? I mean, you know, at the Turning Point USA conference, after the first of the year that they do, they got to bring them all out on stage together. The MAGA squad.
Don't for a fact not believe that McCarthy is behind the Judas of Mar-A-Lago.
Mm-hmm.
That he is not partially behind this, because he is the Judas of Mar-A-Lago. You know.
Mm-hmm.
He can see that Trump's gotten behind people, endorsed people that will probably end up voting.
Yeah, that's very, very possible. Yeah. Hey, Mike in Louisiana, thanks for the call. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Kerry from Arizona.
Hey, Arizona. Kerry Lake country.
Because that's right. And I'll tell you what. You know, listen. Your last caller is absolutely right. This didn't go forward without the sign off of McConnell. There's no possible way. And their silence says everything. And I'll tell you what, it's gotten to the point. If this were 1980, we would have already seen the Dallas depository already.
All right, okay. You know, don't be stupid, people. I mean, this is just... All right, I gotta wait for the delay to build back up. I'm the only one who heard what was said, thankfully so. Oh my goodness. 1-888-GO-CANE 1. While I'm waiting for the delay to build back up, callers on hold, stand by. President Trump did something amazing yesterday after the raid. By the way, our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE 1. We will go back to the calls after the delay builds back up. What is going through the mind of that last caller? Well, I think I know. But President Trump did something amazing yesterday. After the break-in of Mar-A-Lago, after the FBI raid of Mar-A-Lago, President Trump released a campaign ad. You want to hear it? This is it. Listen to this. He released this after the raid.
We are a nation in decline. We are a failing nation. We are a nation that has the highest inflation in over 40 years. Where the stock market just finished the worst first half of a year in more than 5 decades.
Now, by the way, what President Trump has done with this ad is added rain and thunder, if you're wondering what that noise is, because there's a storm in America right now, and it's a dark one.
We are a nation that has the highest energy cost in its history, and we are no longer energy independent or energy dominant, which we were just 2 short years ago. We are a nation that is begging Venezuela and Saudi Arabia for oil. We are a nation that surrendered in Afghanistan, leaving behind dead soldiers, American citizens, and $85 billion worth of the finest military equipment in the world. We are a nation that allowed Russia to devastate a country, Ukraine, killing hundreds of thousands of people, and it will only get worse. We're a nation that has weaponized its law enforcement against the opposing political party like never before. We've never seen anything like this. We're a nation that no longer has a free and fair press. Fake news is about all you get. We're a nation where free speech is no longer allowed, where crime is rampant like never before, where the economy has been collapsing, where more people died of COVID in 2021 than in 2020. We're a nation that is allowing Iran to build a massive nuclear weapon, and China to use the trillions and trillions of dollars it's taken from the United States to build a military to rival our own. We are a nation that over the past 2 years is no longer respected or listened to all around the world. And we are a nation that is hostile to liberty and freedom and faith. We're a nation whose economy is floundering, whose stores are not stocked, whose deliveries are not coming, and whose educational system is ranked at the bottom of every list. We are a nation that in many ways has become a joke. But soon we will have greatness again. It was hard-working patriots like you who built this country, and it is hard-working patriots like you who are going to save our country. There is no mountain we cannot climb. There is no summit we cannot reach. There is no challenge we cannot meet. There is no victory we cannot have. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not yield. Ever, ever, ever. We will never give in, we will never give up, and we will never, ever back down. We will never let you down. As long as we are confident and united, the tyrants we are fighting do not stand even a little chance. Because we are Americans, and Americans kneel to God and God alone. And it is time to start talking about greatness for our country again.
Wow. President Trump released this ad after the raid on the FBI he released. I don't know, who am I the only one with a tear in their eye? I can't be. I mean, after what happened yesterday and you hear that, oh man. 1-888-GO-CANE-1. 888-465-2631. I want to put a warning out to our callers. Don't be stupid, be cool, all right? You know what I'm talking about. A couple of the last callers. All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Juan from Coral Springs.
Hey, Juan.
Hey, listen, I just have one question because, they're going to indict him like you've been saying all morning. They're going to, Trump, I don't want to use that word. They're going to fabricate some kind of felony charge to keep him off the ballot. But I don't know if you've addressed this. Maybe you have, and I must have missed that section. But we can always in the general election.
Nah, we're not in write-in. Listen, President Trump has 188 primary victories. There are more coming today, more next week. You know, I was watching CNN and MSNBC, and they said that he may not be allowed to have rallies moving forward if they bring a charge against him. Can you believe it?
Can stop our movement. They can silence us. We can write them in. We can, everything peacefully and everything done the right way. constitutionally wise, but they stole one election.
All right. I don't know. Carrie Lake did pretty good. I don't want loser talk. You're on the radio. Good morning. Save that loser talk for your friends. Depress your friends. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is John. Boynton Beach.
Hey, John.
Florida. It was a very, very sad day yesterday with that happening for our democracy or republic, as whatever you want to call it. And it's very depressing that somebody could just bang into your house and rip it.
Well, they didn't just do it into someone's house. They broke into the home of a president of the United States of America. First time in history. First time in history.
To show you the depth that the Democrats are going to survive, because they have nothing to go on other than terrorism. That's what I call terrorism. Complete terrorism. It's like being in a banana republic. I'm a veteran. I served 3 years in the Army for our country, and it's just totally depressing that it's come to this.
Well, see, I don't think it's come to this. I think it's always been this. You know, when President Trump was president-elect, they went to him with that fake Russian dossier and tried to get him to play ball. He said, "Get out of here." You know? So this stuff always goes on, just not in the public. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, it's very, very sad though, and I don't know if the Republicans, if we can get in the Congress and the Senate, can we clean the FBI?
Well, they can. You can impeach these officials, like the Attorney General, the FBI director. These people can be impeached. It's not just presidents that can be impeached. Has anyone, by the way, have we found out who the judge was on this warrant yet? I haven't seen that. If anybody has that intel, let me know. You know, I'm curious as to their background and who appointed them.
It'll be very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not assuming he's a liberal. This could very well be a George W. Bush judge. Hey, listen, I got to run for our break at the top, but thanks for your call. Call us on hold. Stand by. Our number, 888-GO-CANE-1. 1 hour to go. My name is Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Back after this. 888-GO-CANE-1. 1 hour to go. Hi, how are you? Oh, Tom sent you over?
Yeah, Tom sent me over.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Jim Russo.
Oh, Brian. How you doing?
Pleasure to meet you.
Good. How are you? Where's Tom's not in town?
He was in Pensacola. He's back in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, tell him thanks.
What do you think of all this nonsense?
Oh, it's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
It's hard to believe. Yeah. I know. It's insane. I know.
I'm surprised there's so many people that are like actually like no big deal.
They're celebrating. It's a big deal.
It's the scariest part.
It's a big deal. Yeah.
I had no idea you were local like this.
on social media. See what's happening in the community.
No. Been here for years.
Okay. Right down the street.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, stop by anytime. You're welcome to come in if you want to come in.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
All right, good to meet you. All right, take care. Thanks a lot.
Have a great day.
Keep it going. Absolutely.
Largely moving up the speed from Boca Raton to Jupiter. We have some light slowdowns on the northbound side of I-95 passing Yamato Road. Also on the northbound side of I-95, Deerfield into Boca. In Boca Raton, we have a crash on 441 at Palmetto Park Road, and some traffic on Okeechobee Boulevard heading eastbound towards 95. This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Inside every growing business, there's an innovator. Dell Technologies has the tools to empower yours, like smart PCs powered by the Intel V platform that's built for business. Find tech that's right for you by calling a Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's Stratcom, Chris Barr.
Here's your True Oldies ABC News Update.
ABC News now, I'm Todd. Multiple sources confirmed to ABC News that FBI agents raided former President Trump's Florida home beginning Monday morning. Sources say Trump was not at Mar-a-Lago at the time of the raid, nor was any member of his family.
Trump has issued a lengthy statement. He claimed his home is, quote, currently under siege, raided and occupied by a large group of FBI agents. To obtain a search warrant, the FBI would have had to present evidence to a federal judge that they have probable cause that a crime or crimes have been committed.
ABC's chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Cole. Voters will choose a Republican nominee for Wisconsin governor on Tuesday who could reshape how elections are conducted in the Northern battleground state. And President Biden and the First Lady on Monday witnessed the...
If you're new, make sure you subscribe, and everyone like the video as well if you don't mind. That would help a lot.
Olivia Newton-John, the Grammy-winning superstar, has died.
Oh my goodness, I know. I can't believe Olivia Newton-John passed away.
This is ABC News.
Let's be real.
But we don't have time to talk about the passing of Olivia Newton-John.
Pushing a wet,
Okay.
heavy mop around. Then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer Wet Jet. The faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Get it off your chest.
Here we go.
Just call in 888-COCAINE-1. Hello. You'll thank us later. The Steve Kane Show with Brian Craig.
All right, we are back. It is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show, on the radio since 1977. All right, callers on hold, stand by. Steve Kane joining us from the hotel room again. Steve, oh man, what a day. What a day. I just,
I've been sitting soaking it all up for the last probably about an hour and a half.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't, well, I was wondering if you were, I had not heard from you, and then I just got a message that you've been trying to get a hold of me for like an hour and a half.
Yeah. I wonder what the snap was.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Certainly the least of the nation's problems is...
I don't know. You know, listen, call us on hold, stand by, because I want to talk just a little bit with Steve here about what's going on. Then we'll go back to our phones at 1-888-GO-KANE-1. I was wondering what was going on because this is like one of the biggest news days we've had in years, and I hadn't heard from you, and I was getting a little concerned. But you're here now. They broke into President Trump's home yesterday. They went in every room, which would include Barron's bedroom. Liberal Al called in and thinks that's where Trump hides all the dirty deeds. He hides everything in Barron. You know, he doesn't use his kids like Joe.
Reading between...
This is what I think happened. Okay, I think it was a combination of a couple of things. I think they already probably have an indictment that's sealed against him. I think what happened last week, in the primary elections last week, now we have more primaries today, Wisconsin and elsewhere. Next week is Liz Cheney. 188 primary victories, including Kari Lake, and I think they went into a panic mode on top of the fact that Liz Cheney is next week. I think they just went into a panic mode over this, and I'm telling you another thing. This business with, you saw the video of Biden not being able to put on his jacket yesterday? Oh my goodness! He got out of Marine One and couldn't put his jacket on, and fake Dr. Jill had to help him. Marine One not able to liability. That's what I think went on there, in my opinion. But you know.
So play out your fantasy. What were they trying to accomplish?
To keep Biden out of it. As if Biden had no role in this raid on his political opponent. That's what I think. Yeah. But listen, there's only one opening on the board.
The only thing I would say that emerges to me is we were suspecting that they knew they were in deep trouble, and we were certainly right on that, because this smacks of real heavy-duty desperation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now Mar-A-Lago, even though President Trump was not there, is still under Secret Service protection, because that is his residence, his primary residence, and the Secret Service was there. Some of those armed people you see out in front of Mar-A-Lago with machine guns are Secret Service. With the tan pants and black shirt, those are Secret Service. They told the Secret Service half an hour before because they didn't want a gun battle when they broke in. You know what I mean? If they just showed up and broke in without telling the Secret Service, you know. It was a very unusual thing, and I saw last night on the Tuckerless Tucker Carlson show, he picked a bad night to take off. Oh boy, Tucker Carlson.
Well, you don't see any subplot there?
No, he's probably off in Hungary sucking up to that guy again. I don't know, but it was a bad night to be off, Tucker. But the
maybe it was not all that up to Tucker.
Maybe. I don't know. He was with him at that live golf tournament.
With Tucker, it's hard to force him to take a line he doesn't want to take, and they could have just given him the night off. Is the next best thing to being able to control him was to not have him on the air, have him take a day off. I think it might be something like.
I don't know. The guy that was filling in for him. The guy that filled in for him was all over this and did a great job, and his first guest was Lara Trump. And when I saw Lara Trump on there last night, and to me, and I saw Eric Trump later was on television. Lara Trump and Eric Trump, to me, both looked like the whole family was shocked at this. And let me tell you, they broke into a safe. That's not something easily done. President Trump doesn't have a safe like the rest of us would that you order off Amazon.com and gets delivered. I mean, he has like a safe, you know what I mean? You don't, well, he has a real, I mean, like a bank quality, say, I'm sure, you know. If I need a safe, I go to Amazon, I order a safe for $150 or something. You know, that's not what President Trump has, I promise you. And for them to have broken into a safe, I mean, that's an effort.
That answers a lot of questions right there.
Yeah. All right, listen, there's only one opening on our very, very busy board at 1-888-GU, Kane 1-888-465-2631. And Steve's joining us because you weren't able to, I don't know, we were having some connection problem from the hotel. But I got to tell you, I think maybe you should move into this hotel because the acoustics in that hotel room are the best acoustics. I mean, you're like in a soundproof studio there. It sounds great. We're going to go to the calls in the order in which they were received. And those of you that are new to the program, all our calls are screenless, all right? So, and which you can tell by the quality of some of them. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I apologize. I have a cold, so please bear with me. I just looked up on DuckDuckGo who started the raid, and it was Christopher Wray and Merrick Garland.
No, but we know who the FBI director and attorney general are. No. It was reported that a judge signed off on the warrant. I haven't seen the warrant released yet or the judge identified.
Searching for it.
No, it means...
This administration has a history of, what do they call it? Judge shopping.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they shop very carefully for this beaut.
Well, I want to know who appointed him, and I'd like to see the warrant, too. This is all, there's a... Yeah.
Paid off. We know that. I'm sure. He was paid off.
Who? No, they're just corrupt.
I'm sure when the name becomes public, and we take a look at who he is and what his background is, including who appointed him or her, I'm sure it'll all become crystal clear.
Listen, whoever a federal judge, you don't become a federal judge just because you're a great attorney or a judge somewhere else. You're politically connected. Every federal judge is a part of the political establishment. That's how they get the appointments. All right, hey, take care. Thanks so much. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Is this me?
Sounds like you.
Okay, Brian. This is Joe from New Jersey. You called me Shapiro last time because I was talking fast.
Oh, yeah, you talk as fast as Ben Shapiro. Sounds like you slowed it down a little bit, though, this time.
Well, I have anxiety. I'm trying to deal with it. Anyway, it's not nothing. I have nothing really huge to say. I just wanted to.
Then why'd you call? If you have nothing to say?
Brian, listen. I wanted to talk to you and ask you a question concerning the recent developments about what they did with Trump. First of all, I want to know: does Trump have any kind of? Can he countersue them? Does he have any kind of standing?
Well, we don't see we don't really know what's going on here. Okay, they have a warrant. There's a case going on, which means there's a criminal prosecution going on.
Yeah, that's my next question.
So yeah, he'll get. If you go to court, you can put up a defense. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he may have a hard time finding a lawyer because they keep breaking into his lawyers' houses and arresting them. when I hang up on him.
It's totally the legal.
Well, let me tell you, from New Jersey, I want to compliment you. You have slowed down. You don't talk as fast as Ben Shapiro anymore. So that's awesome. I know that's a good thing. Take care. Thanks for the call. After the break, we will go back to the calls. Okay. So if you're on hold, I recommend you stand by because the phones are so busy today. Okay, the phones are so busy today that Steve and I could not even get in touch with one another. So the phones are pretty busy. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE 1, 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call no matter where you are calling from. And if you're new to the program, the Steve Kane Show airs weekday mornings from 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. And let me tell you, Steve Bannon, not Steve Kane, Steve Bannon. I'm talking to Steve Kane about Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon thinks that President Trump should come home to Mar-a-Lago and announce he's running for president today. I think that would be a great thing to do. I agree with Bannon on that. What do you think?
If he does not do that, there's probably a good logical reason for his not doing it, because it does seem like the natural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's always possible too. All right, listen, we're going to take our break. We'll come back, and after the break, we'll go right to our calls. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. 888-GO-CANE1 is our number. Back after this. To our calls. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. 888-GO-CANE1 is our number. Back after this.
The Steve Kane Show, telling it like it is, whether you like it or not. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
All right, and it's time to check in with Attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. Attorney Barry Siegel, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Brian?
We're doing great. So what do you have for us this morning, Barry?
We do estate planning, elder law, and probate, and under the elder law column with the Medicaid planning, I wanted to talk about that this morning because not understanding it and not doing what is necessary to make yourself eligible down the road could be the difference between protecting everything and losing everything. I mean, we go through life wanting to protect ourselves, protecting our assets, and then all of a sudden the cost of long-term care could have us end up spending down our assets and going broke. So I had a client who came in yesterday who, last week, that was wanted to set up their estate planning documents and also make sure that they were covered for the Medicaid. And through what we were doing, but they were having second thoughts because they didn't believe that the planning that could be done for her estate could actually help her qualify for Medicaid. And I agree, it sounds too good to be true, but because of the rules where, for example, certain assets are exempt or non-countable, like our home, our homestead property, rental property, even IRAs can be set up in a way where they're income streams, not assets. And this is allowable. Medicaid allows it. These are the rules. And we can help protect people's assets, but they have to not listen to their friends and neighbors and other people who are telling them and giving them wrong information.
Yeah. Yeah, and stay away from that wannabe fake lawyer known as Google. All right, you get a lot of bad information there too, right, Barry? But listen, Attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group has an entire team of experts who do nothing all day, every day, but Medicaid planning, which can pay for both home care and nursing home care. All right, in your time of need, and it's always a free consultation with the Siegel Law Group, no matter where you're located in Florida. By the way. The Siegel Law Group can help. Online at SiegelLawGroup.com, and you can give them a call toll-free, 855-FLA-3782. 855-FLA-3782. Attorney Barry Siegel from the Siegel Law Group. All right, Barry, we will talk later in the week.
All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you.
All right, take care. We'll be back.
grab your coffee, and get ready to be triggered. The Steve Kane Show with Brian.
Alrighty, we are back. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm Brian. You with us, Steve? All right, from the Sound Studio hotel room on the beach, Steve, you'll be back in your house termite-free tomorrow. Oh my goodness! Oh, I tell you, when I don't know how you felt, but when I first heard this news that there was an FBI raid on President Trump's home Mar-a-Lago, I was like in shock. I thought, I saw it online. I'm like, this can't be real.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, it really is difficult to believe. And I am going to be going up later this morning to Mar-a-Lago to join our MAGA brothers and sisters. Some of them spent the whole night out front, Steve. And looks like the rains are clearing, so that'll help.
Interesting to see what the reaction is to this. I mean, actually, interesting is not quite the right word. It's going to be revealing. And you just have to hope, and we want to put a call out to our listeners. Don't be stupid, as Brent's here. It's nice to have a great big show of support, but keep it cool, keep it legal.
Yes. Yeah.
Self-control, just don't show.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, be cool. Yeah, now speaking of Mar-a-Lago, if you're on hold, stand by. Speaking of Mar-a-Lago, I want to tell you I am holding in my hand a piece of Mar-a-Lago. One of the Mar-a-Lago roof tiles. Tom Laporta from Laporta Contracting, who will never sell you a roof you do not need. If you have a leak in your roof and you just need a simple repair, Tom will do that. Steve needed a whole new roof, sadly, and got one from Tom Laporta, and it's a beautiful roof. But what I'm holding in my hand is something that Tom Laporta has, the Mar-a-Lago roof tiles. You're going to see Mar-a-Lago on the news a lot today and the rest of the week. And one thing about... Yeah, Mar-a-Lago is beautiful, and one thing that makes it beautiful is that unique roof that it has. And this Spanish tile I have from Mar-a-Lago in my hand, this is not a standard Spanish tile. I know a lot of people have Spanish tile roofs in Florida. They don't have Trump roofs, okay, like Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago has very special Spanish roof tiles that are in very special and unique multiple colors, and Tom Laporta has them. And imagine the bragging rights if you, on your street, have a Trump roof, right? Friends, you can sleep under the same roof that President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump sleep under at Mar-a-Lago. When you call Tom Laporta, the number I'm going to give you rings directly to his cell phone. He's a good MAGA guy. Ask him about the Trump roof. He'll know what you are talking about. His number, 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602, and online, LaportaContracting.com. All right, Steve, we got a full board of calls. You want to talk to some of these people? All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, no, that's... At least if you're going to do that, do it with your own. I don't need to hear Jack Nicholson from Batman 1985. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Kathy.
Oh, Kathy, my wife, Kathy.
Hey, Kath.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Excellent.
Good.
Get to move back into my house today.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, I think I know what happened. They talked about this on the news last night, and I'm going to take it a little further. Raymond Arroyo was on Laura Ingraham, and he said that they leaked this. They had this story about the papers being shoved in the toilet to show that Trump was hiding papers or getting rid of evidence or whatever. He said that was not an accident and it's not a coincidence. He said they use journalists oftentimes to leak stories like this that are fake, and then it can justify something like this. Well, I think, and I could be wrong, I think they used that story as the reason they had the raid. I think that they used that story that was in the press about the papers in the toilet as their means of saying, okay, now we have to raid his place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a okay, yeah, wait, this is my wife Kathy on the line, by the way, who I co-host the Brian Craig Show podcast with, which was named the number 3 must-listen-to conservative podcast in America behind Mark Levin and The Blaze. That's true. Number 1 was Mark Levin. Number 2, Glenn Beck's The Blaze. Number 3, the Brian Craig Show podcast. The number 3 must-listen-to podcast in America. But anyway, there's a book that just came out, and the author from the New York Times and CNN was on the interview shows Sunday and yesterday. And in the book, they have photographic evidence, they say, that President Trump put government documents down the toilet, and they have a picture of the documents in the toilet. And what Kathy's talking about, yeah.
I think they had her go on the shows, and they had her talk about that specifically.
To set the stage.
That they cited that story as the reason for the raid. That's my guess.
Yeah, you're probably right, Kathy. You know, that makes a lot of sense. That story was circulating for 2 days, and if destroying government documents, tearing them up and flushing them down the toilet is a federal crime where they send the FBI to break into your home for, what about when the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, tore up the government document known as the State of the Union and threw it around all over the room? I mean, that seems to be the same. All right.
What's to stop them from destroying documents?
Or adding documents.
Exactly. All right, guys, have a good day.
Okay. All right, take care. Now, those of you that claim I hang up on callers, you may have just noticed I hung up on a call with my wife. All right, it happened. So all calls end with a disconnect, don't they, Steve? That's true. All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Charles, from D.C.
D.C.? Is that like the District of Columbia or Department of Corrections?
Recently it's Department of Corrections. Right now, District of Columbia.
Okay. You called us. You must have something to say. You're on the air.
Okay. Oh, I'm on the air.
You're on the air, yes.
I got back from China. I was 4 years in China. I'm going to give you my prediction. Xi Jinping every form of authority. He's got the cops. He's got the military. He doesn't have Beijing, which is Jiang Zemin. So it's Shanghai against Beijing. Xi will be reelected, and next year he's going to go because he has to. It'll just be a mock kind of thing where he's going to go in and blow some stuff up.
No. Well, I think it's more like they're going to go into Taiwan because they can. The senile old coot that can't put his jacket on is the president. What are your comments on what happened yesterday at Mar-A-Lago?
But they have to take him down now.
Mm-hmm.
Tooth and nail, and he's going to fight it all off. He's already been through the process. He knows who the enemy is. We know who the enemy is. We're going to take these guys down.
Yeah. So let me ask you. You're in Washington D.C. now. You were in China for a couple years. What are you, CIA? What's going on with you? Who are you? What are you?
No, that's what the Chinese told me.
The Chinese thought you were CIA.
Well, they accused me of being a spy, and I said, like James Bond.
Well, that didn't say you're not a spy. It just means you're not as good looking. All right, take care. I don't know. That guy. I don't know, Steve. You never know. Yeah, very well. We've got a lot of those today. Callers on hold, stand by. We're coming up on our bottom of the hour break. Steve Kane is here. Last day in the hotel room. Back to the. Well, it's really going to be a termite graveyard you're returning to, if you think about it. You're the Eichmann of termites in South Florida. We're going to take our break. Callers on hold, stand by. My name's Brian Craig. 888-GO-CANE1 is the number. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take our break. Callers on hold, stand by. My name's Brian Craig. 888-GO-CANE1 is the number. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Tired of boring mornings? We serve controversy with your morning coffee. The Steve Kane Show. Oldies 95.3 and 96.9. The greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s coming up this morning at 10 a.m. Now, here's the True Oldies weather 96.9 on social media. See what's happening in the community, have a laugh with some funny memes, and keep in touch with other good time oldies lovers. Facebook and Instagram at Oldies South Florida. True Oldies. Traffic check.
In the Palm Beaches, the major expressways are still crash-free, but in Boca Raton, we do have a multi-vehicle crash on 441 at Palmetto Park Road. We are seeing stop-and-go traffic on the northbound side of I-95 coming from Deerfield into Boca. It's also a little slow on the southbound side of I-95 passing Atlantic Avenue and Boynton Beach Boulevard. The turnpike is up to full speed, and we are seeing some light volume now on Southern Boulevard eastbound coming out of the A-Grade. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage on the block, but with eBay Motors, there's 122 million parts right at your fingertips. Whatever you need, there's something that fits your vehicle: air filters, tires, seat covers, and more. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. That's traffic. I'm Chris Barr.
Have you put off buying new tires because you thought they were too expensive? Find friendly prices at Friendly Tire in Margate on both new and used tires. New tires as low as $70 a tire. That's out the door and on the road, because Friendly Tire doesn't charge you to balance the tire or mount the tire. They have thousands of used tires in stock too, starting at just $30. Call for a quote right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
Today on Hey Culligan, better water that cares. Jane's on the line.
Hey Culligan, how can I avoid using all those plastic water bottles that harm the sea turtles?
Jane, our always-on drinking water system helps eliminate the equivalent of 15 billion single-use plastic bottles a year. So, you see, Culligan cares about sea turtles, too.
Aw, plastic pollutes and Culligan cures.
That's catchy, Jane, and totally true.
I'll take it, like now.
Jane, we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
An honest auto mechanic, you probably don't think they exist, but one does. Eddie at Champagne Automotive Repair in Boca will never do a repair on your vehicle that your vehicle doesn't need. He works on all makes and models, new, old, classic cars, even hybrids. Champagne Automotive Repair is the official mechanic of the Steve.
Oh, man.
I'm on the Steve Kane Show.
O'Reilly. Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery does need to be replaced, we'll help you find the best battery for your vehicle and your budget. Don't wait until your battery is dead. Get it tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
We'll be back in 2.5 minutes.
Auto Parts. Do you suffer from neuropathy?
Wesley, $5 super chat. Thanks, Wesley. The next thing they'll try to do is take him into custody. Good luck with that. Oh my goodness. Well, if they got an arrest warrant, after that, I can't imagine anything that they wouldn't steep to.
Call Lighthouse Medical Center for a free consultation. 754-222-6642.
Parents, are you tired of helping put your kids' shoes on? They're squirming, watching cartoons, anything but helping. Luckily, it's Skechers to the rescue. Introducing new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Footwear you can just get your kids to step into and their shoes are on. You don't need to bend over. You don't need to sit on the floor and try to wrangle them on. Actually, you don't even have to touch them. With Skechers slip-ins, they just step in and go. Plus, they're so easy, they could be the first shoes your kids can put on by themselves. And Skechers slip-ins
I want to tell a story to get back. I just talked to someone who went by Mar-A-Lago this morning.
comfort pillow with a heel that helps your child's foot slide securely into place and cradle it in comfort. Plus, they're available in all types of Skechers styles with and without laces. And most are machine washable, so you can keep them looking newer longer. Get Skechers slip-ins, the where have you been all my life shoes, for your kids or for mom and dad today. Find Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever styles
All right.
It's hurricane season, and if you have a wet spot on your ceiling, you have a leak in your roof. When we had a leak in our roof at the Kane household, we called Tom Laporta. He's the best in the business. Remember, small leaks turn into medium leaks, and medium leaks turn into big problems. Call licensed contractor Tom Laporta for a free roof inspection. 954-604-4602. And tell him Steve Kane sent you.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Now, back to the Steve Kane Show with
All right, we are back. I'm Brian. Steve, you with us? Okay, there's only one opening on our very busy board of calls at 888-GO-KANE-1. I was just talking during the break at the bottom of the hour to someone who was at Mar-A-Lago this morning and told me there were hundreds, plural, hundreds of people standing vigil of support for our great president outside Mar-A-Lago as we speak. So there you go. All right, let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Good morning. James. Hey, James, you're on the air.
I was. There's no way they went there already having the diagram of the model, torches, wet saws, and.
Are you talking about breaking into President Trump's safe?
Yeah, that.
I heard some details on that. What I heard them say were crowbars. I heard crowbars were used.
No, come on. He probably had a vault, not a safe. They went there probably knowing the model number already. Probably a TL30, which means TL stands for pool in the insurance industry, which means giving the diagram, torches.
Yeah.
You can get in the safe within 30 minutes. So they probably knew the model. But I thought I heard that you found nothing.
Eric Trump said the safe was empty.
I hope that's true. Because I thought...
I mean, what did they think they were going to find in there? Putin's cell phone number or something? What did they think they were going to find?
Oh, I can't believe that our side wouldn't be tipped off by one FBI. I can't believe Trump didn't know that. I just can't. But anyway, I think in the end, it favors us. They can't stop us.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good morning. Yeah. Now go ahead, Steve.
I know these people are dumb, but is there anyone out there that thinks they're so dumb that they would go in if they had nothing?
Yeah, desperate. It's desperate move. Desperate move.
Yeah, but desperate so that they tried something. There has to be something that they, in their delusion, they think might mollify.
Well, here's what I know. This is a difficult thing to do, and under normal circumstances I would not recommend anyone do this. Watch later today, after we're off the air, some MSNBC. Watching MSNBC, you get if you watch in the afternoons, if you pick up a little bit of MSNBC, they tell you everything they're going to do. They tell you everything because I think MSNBC in particular, not just because they're liberals, they assume no one's watching but friends and family. So they tell you everything they're doing, and you get all kinds of intel out of it. And they're so giddy over there last night that they're going to keep him off the ballot finally. They're going to finally... This is the thing. You got this Trump-hating cell that... I call it it's like a monster that feeds off itself. They're in this Trump-hating bubble where they all think Trump is a mafia boss criminal who has all his criminal papers lying around. And they figure they bust in there, they'll find something. It was a fishing expedition, in my opinion. Like they did with Michael Cohen when they broke into his office. Look at what they did. They broke into Roger Stone's office, Manafort's, Giuliani, Project Veritas, Trump.
Tell you a lot.
Steve, let me tell you, these Washington people are so dirty, I wouldn't be surprised if it would not shock, I'm not saying this is true, but it wouldn't shock me if it was a Trump judge. These people play so dirty. You know what I mean? Just to, they get something on a Trump judge and they get him to do it just to try to give credibility to it. It would not surprise me at all. I just checked during the break. So far as I can find, they've not released the warrant yet. If anybody has any info on that and the judge, let us know. All right, every light on the board is lit. Let's go. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Max.
Hey, Max.
Yeah, so like I've always said before, guys, all you gotta do is connect the dots. It all leads to these shyster been in office for too long. They're hypocrites, they're liars, they're manipulators. Most of their careers and their wealth is based on fraud.
Who are you talking about? Give me a name. Well, give me a name. Who do you think is behind this? Who is behind the raid on Mar-A-Lago?
And the Rhino.
That's a little vague. All right, hey, Max, appreciate the call. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Richard from Pompano.
Hey, Richard in Pompano, what's up?
Okay, I tuned in a little late, so don't yell at me if it's something we covered. I'll just hang up. If he is indicted, if there is a sealed indictment, will it lead to, I don't know if you call it a trial in Congress or a vote in Congress, would it go past all that to the Supreme Court?
No. He's President Trump's first term is over. His second hasn't begun. They don't impeach him in the House and have a Senate trial. You're talking about a federal court prosecution, criminal, in a regular federal court now. There's no Congress involved. Anything can go to the Supreme Court. A traffic ticket can go to the Supreme Court. A rolling stop at a stop sign can go to the Supreme Court. Anything can go to, yes.
He has a chance. When, well, they're not going to.
Well, they're on a very panicked schedule because they're getting whipped. There's primaries today. There's primaries next week. Throughout this whole month. You know, Oh. Well, thank you. Appreciate the call. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, Wayne. Yes, Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne, man.
Anyway, so you guys can run your mouth. You know. I know your president thought that he was above the law, but now we're finding that he's below the law. You can say anything you want. You know that for years I came on your program. I called Trump the Tramp. You guys didn't like it. You know that he's a tramp. You guys have a dangerous radio.
Okay. All right. Okay. And well, boom. That is, let me tell you, callers on hold, stand by. That is the fourth time I've used the dump today. And I maybe the last, I don't know. The rest of you that are calling in, though, that are on hold, stand by. I got to wait for the delay to build back up. That's true. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one before. That's a good one. All Cretans are not from Crete. Some of them are from Jamaica in his case. That's right. That's right. Well, callers on hold, stand by. I'm sorry. And I'm surprised to have to use the dump button on a liberal. You would think a liberal would be celebrating. But Wayne's miserable.
Knows in the end, it's not going to.
Well, because we're not sad today. He's hearing love and support on the phones from MAGA, so that's depressed him.
The longer it goes, the more the story remains the same.
Yep.
From the get-go, it's all a question of how far have the American people come, and have they reached a point in our evolution where they're not going to stand for certain things, and they're going to turn out in massive. I mean, we can win this.
Well, Steve, that we have been. I was talking earlier before you joined us. I think the final thing that caused this is when the Kerry Lake race in Arizona. 118 primary victories, including Kerry Lake. I think they just had a panic attack with a week away from from Liz Cheney. You put those together, and I think that was the final little bit that caused them to do really what's a very stupid, panicked. Yeah, and here what you all have to say, unless you say some of the things that some of our liberals have been saying this morning. I tell you, these people, I don't know why the liberals are angry. They just raided the home of our President Trump. You should be, Rachel Maddow was celebrating last night. So I was expecting some more. Even Liberal Al was a little out of it. But listen, we're going to take our break. Our number is 1-888-GO-CANE-1. There's only one opening on our very, very busy board of calls. 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. Callers on hold, stand by. Back with the Gold Report after this. Back with the Gold Report after this.
The longest running radio show in the state of Florida.
All right, and this time every day we check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated in Boca with the Gold and Precious Metals Report. William Youngerman, how are the metals looking today?
Metals are looking good, Brian. The market yesterday closed up strongly at $12.80 on gold. That closed at $17.8920. Silver was up 74 cents at $20.65 the ounce, while platinum was up $6 at $940, and palladium was up $98 at $2,162 the ounce. This morning, we see gold continue its rally, up another $3.80 at $17.93, getting right up against that $1,800 resistance level. We got up as high, real close to it today. The silver down in nickel right now to $20.60, platinum unchanged at $940, and palladium up $19 at $21.45. That's pretty much where we are right now.
Wow, well, that's what the metals are for, right? We had a plague a couple years ago. Now we got a recession. That's what these are the times when the metals, were made by God for. William Youngerman, if someone wants to make a large purchase, like a bulk purchase, or even a large sale of the metals, are these things you can help people out with?
Oh, absolutely. We can handle transactions of just about it. Stock for immediate delivery, and whether you're buying or selling, you can come in and either walk out with the product or walk out with a cashier's check or immediate funds.
Yeah, and if someone's looking to do a larger purchase and wants to meet in private, can they schedule an appointment or?
Absolutely, yep. We're open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And call, set up an appointment if you want to sit down and talk with us privately.
That's good. Well, let me give out the number. Now, this, again, William Youngerman is open on weekdays at 10 a.m. The number toll-free, 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. And online, WilliamYoungerman.com. If you want to stop in, located right here in Boca at 150 East Palmetto Park Road on the first floor of the Bank of America building, immediately east of US 1 Federal Highway on the south side of Palmetto Park Road. And when you stop in, you're going to find William Youngerman has really what is a museum. I think it might be listed on the tourist spots, actually, for South Florida, because it is a beautiful museum of coins and money that you will really enjoy taking a look at. All right, William Youngerman, we will check in with you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Have a great
All right, take care. Back after this.
On the air since 1977, it's
All righty, we are back. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. You were catching some of the MSNBC, Steve. Did they look happy to you over there?
They look pretty happy, I would say.
Yeah.
Celebrating.
It's
somewhat premature.
It's premature and short-sighted. I mean, they may be celebrating and laughing now because they hate Trump, but everything in American law really is through precedent. They set a precedent for something, and this is not what you want to be the new normal when a administration breaks into the home of the previous administration when they're not in office. I mean, that's a scary America, right? Okay, there's only one opening on the board, which I think has been the most common phrase on today's show. There's only one opening on the board, And that's where William Yergaman was, at 1-888-GO-CANE-1. All right, back to the phones. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Paula from New Jersey.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, Steve. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Much better.
Thank you. I'm so glad. Listen, I'm really upset about all this, and I know what it means for the country and where we're headed culturally. But I do have to say this. I wish that Trump pardoned himself and his officials so that we could have avoided this.
Well, you can't pardon yourself for future crimes. You can only pardon for past crimes. So, they're alleging crimes that happened after he left office.
Wait, are they? Because I thought this was around.
Well, this is their story is over these museum documents. The librarians from the National Archives want some papers back to put in a drawer, and he kept them after his term ended. So the crime they're alleging began after that.
Work with the American people.
You have got to be kidding me.
No, I'm not. No, the librarians sent him over. I'm not kidding. No, I'm not. This is not a joke.
They're really under the impression that's going to upset the average.
No, that's their cover story. Well, Steve, remember those lunatics we knew that went on Oprah Winfrey talking about being swingers? Okay, and there's some people that Steve and I knew who were business people in this town, and they went on Oprah Winfrey in disguise and talked about the swinging lifestyle. And I didn't recognize him at first. The voice was familiar because it was a radio person. So I called Steve up, put the phone up to the TV, and you knew right away who it was. And I said, they're in business. Why would they go on Oprah and talk about swinging? And you told me they're in a swinging bubble where everyone's a swinger, so they think it's normal. Remember that? And that's how it is with these never-Trumpers with the Trump derangement syndrome. They're in a bubble of Trump-hating swingers, and they think everyone hates Trump and that he's a criminal and that it's normal and people will accept it. They've lost touch with reality.
Man, I think that's true. I think that's very true. I do want to talk about Christopher Wray. Like, what is his deal?
Who knows? I mean, he's either part of the establishment and is in league with them, or he got that manila envelope that Tom Cruise got in the firm, Who knows?
Is there anybody that we can put on the court in any position that's trustworthy?
Not many.
Well, I mean, that's the one good news thing is, or I don't know, there's no such thing as good news in this mess, but the bottom line is anything that gets to the Supreme Court will probably be fairly adjudicated.
Yeah, but when's that going to be? And that's a long way off. And there has to be. Oh, you think they can take this directly too?
They can take anything. What I call the express lane.
This is. Yeah, go ahead.
You had a show where you talked about Fox News excluding Trump.
Yeah.
Any interviews, and
over 100 days.
That was a very telling point for me. I was like, no, he's right. I haven't seen Trump. Not that I'm watching Fox, but I would hear if there was an interview he did. And I'm like, what is happening? Have they all conspired together and decided, no way is he going to do this?
Well, I can't. I was told something off the air a little while ago that I cannot share on the air. But I have I got to let it play out a little bit and do some. I'll call you after the show, Steve, and we'll talk. But I got a piece of the puzzle as to what very well may have gone down yesterday, in particular, that we may be able to share soon, but I can't share it right now. We gotta talk first. We'll talk after the show off the air. Well, I thought you and I should talk about it before we share it with like 385,000 people. So I'll call you after that show. I mean, I don't know. But that's just the way it is. Yes.
Okay, is a Fox News?
No, has nothing to do with Fox News. But it has nothing to do with Fox News. But I will say, you said something earlier that I didn't think much of when you said it, Steve. Sorry, but now that I think about it, Tucker being absent last night seems a little crazy. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. But when you first said that, I'm like, he's in Hungary all the time. But now, maybe that they didn't want him on last night. Maybe true. Maybe true. All right. Hey, listen. Thanks for the call.
View him as a loose cannon.
Yeah. Thanks for the call. All right. Take care. Not to be short, time's quick. I'm trying to. People have been calling. Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Okay. Back to the Jack Nicholson. That's just confirming that the laugh was the Joker played by Jack Nicholson in Batman's 1985. Because then he's playing that one there. That's Liberal Al, I bet. I think. I'll check in a minute. Good morning. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
JJ from Mass.
Hey.
Good morning, gentlemen. Glad to see you back, Steve.
Good to be back.
And I understand you're enjoying the ocean. Good stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Great stuff.
I just thinking about this stuff. I think this is a huge miscalculation by the Democrat Party.
I think it may well turn out to be. If the story about stuffing the papers down the toilet is true, it's a huge miscalculation, because that doesn't even pass the smile test.
Well, I mean, who goes to destroy his documents, goes to the trouble of ripping them up and then just leaving them?
And it's so interesting. Documents are. And it's amazing how when he just ripped up the documents and threw them in the toilet, that the part face up were the names, so you could read the documents. That had not, by the way, that the water had not damaged the ink of. But I'll tell you what, that was not a Trump toilet, and I'll tell you how I know. Not just because it's not gold, okay? That's not why. There's two pictures of documents down the toilet. One of them you can see a little bit of the tile in the top right corner of the photograph. Look at the tile. Look at it up to the wall. It's the worst. It looks like I did the tile work. It's very sloppy. You can see the grout all over the wall and everything. That is not a place where Trump goes to the bathroom, that toilet. I'm sorry.
It's just going to galvanize the MAGA. To me, it's just going to be more MAGA.
Well, I told you, I've got, I was talking to someone earlier that went by Mar-a-Lago today. Hundreds of people there already this morning on the work week. And these are MAGA people. They got jobs. These aren't liberals.
Yeah. Speaking of Fox, I'm waiting for footage of Geraldo to come out with the film crew and showing the safe with nothing in it.
Oh, don't bring that up to Geraldo. He gets very upset.
Geraldo, anyway.
Yeah. Hey, listen, take care. Steve, coincidentally, someone sent me an old radio show of you way back when, you in studio with Neil Rogers and Tom Jicka, and you were defending Geraldo Rivera. That's back when you were friends with Geraldo. Yeah, I could tell. I listened to it, and I could tell that you were still friends with Geraldo. Your defense was very strange. It was almost like it's almost like you knew Geraldo was listening to you. He may have been. I don't know. All right, let's take one more call before we sign off. Good morning, you're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Jerry from Plantation, and I just thought I would put a little spotlight on what you're completely right about, is this bubble these people live in. This is from the Washington Post this morning. What they took earlier this year was itemized in 100 pages and included cocktail napkins, the phone list, charts, slide decks, letters, memos, talking points, birthday dinner menus. What they're looking for now is 3 pages, which, by the way, this Presidential Records Act, the president can determine what's classified or not. So, all he has to have said before he took whatever he took, if he even took it, that this isn't classified. So now they're looking for more napkins and dinner menus. It's just disgusting. But they live in a bubble. This is their Bible, the Washington.
Well, you know that one DC cop that works for CNN that was at the Capitol, the one with the neck tattoo. Okay, which is a blackout tattoo that's covering up something, and I would love to know what he was blacking out. Swastika? I don't know. But I saw him a couple weeks back, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. He was on CNN, and he hasn't been on TV long enough to cover, and he just says what's on his mind. This is the Trump-hating cop with the neck tattoo. He says, outside the Beltway, people love this guy. I don't get it. He said it like it was either the Tapper or Anderson Cooper. Outside the Beltway, it was hilarious. That's right. We love you, Donald Trump, if you're listening, President Trump. Well, another thing they don't get is this makes them stronger and more popular.
People like you will be up there today. The media will cover that, thinking they're showing, terrible light at people, but it's just gonna make a bigger.
Oh, I can't wait. I got a few things I got to do this morning, and then I'm heading right up there. I can't wait to get to Mar-A-Lago today. Oh yeah.
Crazy. So I don't think your wife's call that's the case. That's just more of how they got that Carter Page and stories in paper.
Well, listen, we're out of time, but thanks for the call. The rest of you on hold, I'm sorry we didn't get to you today, but we're here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 5 to 9 a.m. You can catch us here. I'm Brian Craig. Steve Kane is here. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977, celebrating 45 years on the radio this year, and that's a great thing. Those of you on hold, I'm really, truly sorry we didn't get to all of you, but that's right. It is another day, and it's called Wednesday, and we'll be there, okay? So everyone, hey, thanks for listening. Take care. God bless America, and of course, God bless Donald Trump. Be there, okay? So everyone, hey, thanks for listening. Take care. God bless America, and of course, God bless Donald Trump.
South Florida's good time.
Okay. Hey guys, thanks everyone for tuning in. Now, I am going to go up to Mar-A-Lago today. I will make a vlog. I will put it up here on my YouTube channel today. So make sure you look out for that. If you are new here, please subscribe. We're here 5 days a week on the radio. We're on 6 radio stations, taking calls from our radio listeners and those of you watching on YouTube. And also, I upload my podcast here, do a lot of other things as well. So everyone, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Don't leave without liking the video too, all right? Take care. Have a great day, everyone.